Ah,
Hi.
you
Hi.
scared me.
Hi, how are you? Okay, I also have to unmute myself too.
Hi. How are you?
How's everybody?
Yo! Alrighty, let me go ahead and get started with the intro. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin,
Aniyah.
Mark.
And Philip.
and you're watching and are listening to episode 447 DangIT Prodcast. Welcome back, everybody. 4 people! Look at
We did it.
look at us, we made it.
Look at us. Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Oh my god.
On a Paul Rudd joke.
I just got out watching the
Same
movie.
day.
You can't do this to me.
Oh, Ant-Man. He literally just saw Paul Rudd on the screen.
Yeah.
That's why I did. It was so perfect.
It was actually really perfect.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Who'd have thought? Not me.
Not me. So dumb. Oh god.
Oh my god.
How's everyone's day so far, though?
It's good. It's been kind of busy, but you know, it's a good kind of busy.
Yeah, I feel that. I was running errands all morning.
Naya?
Anti-gravity food. I want to. No.
Why?
No.
Why would you do this to yourself?
I've been trying out this. There's this thing I saw. A little recommended thing. I'm not gonna show it because we're not getting paid to show them.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's like this little thing to regulate your digestion, man. Because as you all know, I eat a lot of pizza, and I'm going to feel that in like 2 years. So might want to do some.
Okay, imagine all
damage control
compounded.
right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do some damage control right now.
That's not a good thing, dog.
I was
You're
ready to say,
supposed
are
to
you,
encourage it.
I was getting ready to say, are you trying to say you have irritable bowel syndrome?
That would be crazy. Maybe I don't know.
Hopefully not.
We'll see in 2 years.
You said that as if like it's pizza that compounds into lasagna.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, once it gets into the stomach, pretty much.
That's pretty much what it's like. It's like the evolution right there.
Hey, as long as you pace yourself.
On top of each other.
Wait a minute, something's happening. Your pizza's turning into
My pizza's evolving.
You
I don't know if I
Yeah,
want
you gotta-
that.
God.
I feel
Press me,
it.
press me,
feel
press
it.
me.
I feel it. Something's happening.
But yeah, I'm kind of glad I was able to jump in today because I totally missed last week's. I
Yeah.
know I would have been so damn perfect for the last week one, but that's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we kind of give like everybody like the synopsis of how you felt about the direct last week. But yeah, feel free to
Right.
just add on to anything else.
I
said,
don't really,
yeah,
I don't really have too much to add on. All I would say is like real quick,
Real quick.
like so I don't have to stay on it for too damn long. I will get to Game Boy games, but that's for a different topic later today. So I'll do this. Pikmin 4 looks great. I like the 3D. I like the behind the camera aspect. That means
They're a dog.
it adds a lot of verticality to the levels. That means that
Yeah.
you can see up, and I think that sounds really cool in practice.
And they hit a dog.
So I cannot. Oh yeah, the doggo looks cute.
The dog.
The doggo looks cute. Apparently, in the full art, there is Rock Pikmin, but not on the cover art. So, like, rip Rock Pikmin.
Nee.
Every other Pikmin got represented except Rock.
You'll see him later.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Let's see. Apparently, that fashion designing game is actually important or something like that. I thought it was style savvy. I thought it was style savvy at first, and I was like, oh, okay, listen, it's not for me. I'll pick it up as a collection piece. But the Style Savvy series is by Nintendo. So I was like, okay.
Oh, I got you.
That's pretty cool. Because that series is actually legit. Like, for what it is, it's good. And
Okay.
there's also music from it in Smash.
Huh?
Yeah, the Style Savvy series, but it's not Style Savvy. So
Did
it's
not
okay.
even realize.
Apparently, it's
Huh.
got some of the same developers.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it looks kind of.
The more you know, you know.
Yeah, real quick. Let's see. DLC, that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC looks great. Adult Shulk and Adult Rex.
Tell me why. Is
Why
this
did
what you
Rex
really
say?
want?
Huh?
Why did he become a Chad? He's a Chad all of a sudden.
It's because he
Oh,
grew
yeah,
up.
he's a Giga Chad, bro. I cannot wait to see how because he still has the blade.
Yeah, he
So
has
I wonder
both of
if
them.
I wonder if Pyro Mithra are going to show up. That'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool too.
You're gonna show up. Oh no,
Platoon?
they're hot.
Splatoon DLC.
They don't age at all.
Wave 1. Huh? Wave 2. Good stuff. Wave 1 kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really care about a new hub world.
You don't want to go back?
It's so pointless. It's so pointless. It's literally like, do you want this hub world or do you want this hub world?
I mean, at least they give you the option.
I guess,
True,
but it's
yeah.
paid. It's paid DLC.
Yeah. I guess so.
It's still an option.
Like, you're not paying for the hub world, you're paying for the side order DLC, which is going to be like based on Pearl and Marina. So that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to just get through DLC stuff. Mario Kart DLC. I don't care about Birdo, but it's the addition of new characters in general that makes me excited. And the Yoshi's Island stage looks sick, dude.
It does.
Looks sick. I wonder what the other 7 are going to be, because if that's the new stage, quote unquote, that means the other 7 are just retro ones. So that's cool. I'm trying to think real quick. Oh, the return of level 5 as a developer, dude. That is so cool. 3 level 5 projects back to back. My God.
That's impressive.
That developer was having trouble with bankruptcy back in the day, like back in 2017. So they just decided to not bring their games to America anymore. And that kind of sucks. So to see 3 games, 3 big titles from them actually showing up to the States, and one of them is Professor Layton. You got me.
Oh,
you got me, dude. We haven't had a legitimate new Professor Layton since like 2016, I think, or something like that.
Man, it's a little bit, but it's not like super long.
It's not super long, but the thing is, the actual Professor Layton games, because the one before this was his daughter,
right?
So it was Layton's. It's a Catriel's Mystery Journey or something like that.
So I guess sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, could that hypothesize like possible like parallel like games?
Yeah. Well, it might be the start of a new trilogy, because that's how they kind of do it with Professor Layton. But the thing is, this will be the first Layton game without the original puzzle creator, because he died back in the day as well.
Oh, okay.
So this will be the first actual titled Professor Layton game with a new puzzle creator. So that's cool. I'm excited for that one a lot. Deca Police looks cool though, because that's the other level 5 game. It just has this really cool style. Police RPG. I was like, huh?
Detective RPG?
Yeah, Detective RPG. I'm in. Capcom, thank you for bringing back Ghost Detective. Now that we're on detectives and stuff, that game is literally amazing on DS. The only thing I'm gonna say is no physical. That sucks. You guys really suck for that one.
Here's no physical. He's like, I'm hurt.
I am hurt. That game is so good, but it's also really expensive now. So
yeah,
it's from the guys who created Ace Attorney. It's the same team.
I object.
I was gonna say that does explain the character design.
Yeah, it's the exact same team and the composer. So it's
cool.
It's everybody who worked on Ace Attorney made that game. So that game is incredible. It's really good. One of the best DS games. We love Katamari. Sure, I like that game. I really like that game a lot. So I guess I'll pick it up again. Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD remaster. Finally, thank you. Those games are very expensive on GameCube, so I am looking forward to picking those up. Trying to remember anything else that was important. What was the third level 5 game? Oh yeah, Fantasy Life.
Oh, was that level 5? Oh yeah, it was.
It's the official sequel to the 3DS game, which was the original.
Wild.
So that's really cool. It's essentially a mix of action RPG, dungeon crawling, and Animal Crossing. That's what that game is. So really good. What were you gonna say, Aniyah?
Nothing. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of tuned out a lot of that shit, because all I got was the Metroid Prime remaster, because I
was getting there.
I never
just gathering your thoughts.
And then what is it? The Game Boy Advance stuff, of course, the potential. We're gonna be waiting on that. On like I don't know the pattern of how long they'll be releasing that stuff. But you know what? There was that game, Blanc.
I was gonna say, did you guys talk? I'm sure you guys had a full discussion of Tears of the Kingdom, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Tears of the Kingdom looks great.
People found a way to about it.
I got something. Well, as far as I could take, right? Before we ended up getting anything from Tears of the Kingdom, even before we got a name, what was your expectation for Breath of the Wild 2?
Okay. So my expectation for the game was knowing Nintendo and being a simp for them, honestly. I understand that how Zelda games are developed by them. If they're going to be developed in succession, they're going to use the same engine. That's just how it is. Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask. They're the same exact engine, just completely different games. I believe they did that again with like the Oracle games. So like Link's Awakening, it's the same engine for the Oracle games. So realistically, I expected that game to look and play like Breath of the Wild.
I was pretty much on the same boat too. It was just pretty much like it was me wanting just more Breath of the Wild, and then that's what I'm hoping to get. That's pretty much it.
The only difference between this one and obviously Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it's going to be the fact that it's not being restricted by the Wii U.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah,
remember
now
that?
you really think about
Breath
that.
of the Wild, Breath of the Wild was developed as a Wii U game, just ported to Switch.
It was developed for the Wii U, just never released on the Wii U.
It did.
Oh, did it? I didn't realize.
It was a dual release. It was the literally last game to release on Wii U.
2 is the final hurrah.
And it ran just fine. Like it's the same game, no matter what you played on.
Mm.
I mean, it looks a little less weird. It runs 720p instead of 1080p on the Switch. And I don't even think the Switch hits 1080. I think it's 900p.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
So that's the only difference. So like taking that aside, they can build a bigger world using the Switch's power instead of the Wii U, because the Switch is a lot more powerful than the Wii U.
So, right. So this title then is just solely focused on all the hardware on the Switch. It doesn't have to like compensate.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm thinking. That's why when they showed the sky, I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. You're going to be able to. There's going to be essentially 2 like planes of like open world, which is something you probably couldn't do on Wii U.
Maybe possibly underground too. Maybe.
Yeah, I saw those, the caves. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's like my take. Is like it's gonna be more Breath of the Wild. That's it.
Yeah, because to be honest, same verbatim, right? I just thought it was strange because I remember hearing takes where people kind of think getting more of the same game, is that really a bad thing when you can add on to what you already know is going to work?
People are gonna find a way to bitch always, man.
I don't think that's a horrible thing. And then also as far as like a thing with the Direct itself, I've always thought about like, of course, it would be cool to have like more more new games and everything, right? People want to have like more titles to be like, oh, we can see what the next step is. But then I'm hearing like some people having like a bit of an issues where it's just like more DLC, a remaster, and then like the main shit, which was what is it? Tears of the Kingdom. Pikmin 4 wasn't like a big hook for a lot of people, but for the Pikmin fans, I'm sure, right?
I was gonna say Pikmin's such a niche franchise.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I'm just like, I really don't have too much of an issue with the Direct. My thing is, I was kind of just expecting that a lot of stuff I wanted to see, I wasn't gonna see.
What were you expecting to see? I just want to know.
I was trying to like, sometimes I keep forgetting because I keep forgetting like indies are their own separate thing, right? But I swear they threw in
sometimes.
Yeah, like wasn't a couple of games in here like an indie set?
Yeah,
I think speaking Sea of Stars is one.
Blanc and
Sea of Stars is considered an indie game, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's more
Blanc,
more or less,
that's another one.
Yeah, because what I don't have an issue with when it comes to like remasters or whatever other remake, port, whatever the hell, right? That's just more of something that it's a safe bet. I see it more like a safe bet when it comes to games that they can expect people to actually buy. Because not gonna lie, there's not gonna be a lot of people who want to go for like those the radar games anyway. So most of the time when I hear people just like, I'm not a huge fan of people's takes, like a general take, because all it is just like, I want new, but you have to take chances on a lot of new stuff anyway. So why not take a chance with what you saw?
I think,
and then just roll with that.
I was gonna say, I think the problem is like this Direct really was nothing but ports and remasters for the most part, and I won't deny that. I mean, hell, even considering Game Boy games, they're ports, right? Like they're just adding them. New. Yeah, they're not new.
They were years ago.
But I guess for me, it just depends on the remaster, how meaningful the remaster can actually be to the game. For instance, Metroid Prime. Dude, Metroid Prime is 20 years old. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that it was that old because that game holds up incredibly well. And it aged gracefully even on GameCube. You know what I mean? But it's I think my problem with Metroid Prime Remastered, there is no problem, but the thing I'm thinking what they're trying to do is to reintroduce people to Metroid Prime. It's been 20 years. It's been a long time since
yeah, they've been sitting on it.
Metroid Prime 4 is somewhere. Who knows?
Trying to buy time.
Yeah, who knows? But to reintroduce people to the series is what I'm thinking. Is what the whole point of
that's a fair point.
The first game. I don't think I was gonna get to the Metroid talk later, but because there is rumors for something else. But you know what? I'll hold that thought for that.
Biggest bird?
After we're on the direct. I'll hold that thought till I'm done with the direct talk. Game Boy games, right?
Yeah.
But I do think I understand what you're saying though, Aniyah. There was really very minimal like original games. I guess Deca Police is a pretty interesting original game by Level 5. Yeah. That's not based on any franchise, no nothing. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. But you know, Fantasy Life and Professor Layton are still sequels to games.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because as much as I would like new stuff too, I'm in that camp to always see something more interesting, right? But finding like the meaning behind like remasters and ports, that's a better way of what you said. It's like the purpose behind it. Or if it's like something like for Metroid to reintroduce people to a game that has been on the back burner for a while. And yeah, I've never really played Prime. I never played it on the GameCube, but I've seen the game before.
Yeah, do it.
Especially like a lot of people who've been on it.
You know what's funny about Prime coming out right now? I feel like they're talking to you, Aniyah, because you're trying to get into first person shooters, right?
Bro, I was thinking about that. I swear to God.
And it's wild because Metroid Prime is considered a first person shooting adventure game. That's what it is. Lord. And it's like one of the only kind of its genre.
The only one that I can think of would be like Far Cry.
Kinda, but even then, Far Cry still borders the line of open world / like mission based.
Still kind of adventure in a sense.
Yeah,
that's like the closest thing I think of that I would compare it to.
Yeah, because like Metroid Prime is literally what if we took Metroid's formula but in first person, and I mean like rooms that you can backtrack in, memorable rooms because you have to make sure you know where you're at. Hidden items all over the place, walls that break, all that stuff is there.
So you're telling me this is like
inspiration from Halo because didn't it come out around a little bit after Halo?
Just like a year after.
So yeah, they might have taken some inspiration.
A little bit.
Are you telling me that this is just first-person Metroidvania?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That's all it is. There's not many games that are. Like I said, I think Metroid Prime really is the only series that does that. Now, granted,
okay. I'll buy it today.
Wait a minute, hold on a week. The next week, the physical copy comes out.
It's gonna buy the digital. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, you can. That was the whole point of the Shadow Drop.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I'm just a sucker, and I'm waiting because I waited already this long. I can wait for the physical copy. It's fine.
I can do the physical too. I'm cool with that.
But if you're gonna ask me, I think Metroid Prime 1 is the best of the trilogy. So they're all good. It's just I think 1 is the one that follows the Metroidvania style the most, and that's what makes it so interesting.
Oh, did they start kind of doing whatever modern first-person shooters after 2 and 3 or something?
I wouldn't say modern, but I definitely think like there's exploration. Don't get me wrong, but it's more like have you played Shantae in the Pirate's Curse?
Yes.
Okay, you know it's Metroidvania, but it's areas and level select.
Yeah.
Think that for Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's Metroidvania in this one area, and then when you're done, you go back to the main part, and then you're like, all right, well, to the next level, and you go there.
Okay.
Yeah. Still good games. Still very good games. Still Metroid in all the right ways. It's just realistically, Metroid Prime 1 is a Metroidvania. And I'm telling you, start at the beginning. You got to go back eventually to this area, but you're going to this area. You can't get in here without this. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I mean, Metroidvania is up there as far as like a format of game I like playing. So
yeah, and it's incredible. From what I hear, it's perfect. It's 60 frames all the way through. It looks like a remake. It doesn't even look like a remaster. Like apparently this was developed in-house by Retro Studios.
Okay.
Like the original creators of Metroid Prime to begin with. So it's like, okay, you got me. All you had to tell me was Retro Studios is working on it. That's all you got to tell me. I believe it was also co-developed by Iron Galaxy, so the Killer Instinct team.
Oh,
I was gonna say I was
I think they supported. They did additional support.
interesting.
They were the guy in the chair.
Yeah, so I think their reasoning for calling it a remaster and not a remake is that it still uses the original code. It just looks really clean.
Okay. I was looking at Max's stream a little bit, and he was playing. I think he's still playing it, right?
I think so.
But yeah, I caught a little glimpse of it. I was like, man, I gotta buy this game.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It almost doesn't even look like a GameCube game.
It doesn't even look like a GameCube game. And then on top of that, the control options are crazy in that game. You can play with the new setup with dual sticks, which is probably how I'm gonna play it just to see it.
Hell yeah.
You can play it as the game originally intended.
Oh yeah.
You can play with motion controls like the Metroid Prime Trilogy version.
Yeah.
Which is wild, but you can do it. And then you can plug in a GameCube controller and play it as originally intended as well, like with the original controls. I was like, damn, that's attention to detail. I do want to get into the subject of I want to mention this now. The game is not content complete.
Oh. Huh?
The Metroid.
What do you mean by that?
In the original game, you can unlock a Metroid Fusion suit.
Okay.
Right.
And that suit would essentially unlock hard mode.
Oh, bitch.
All right. But to do it, you needed to beat Metroid Fusion on the actual GBA, and then you would transfer the data to both save datas.
Oh, damn.
Hold on.
Damn.
Wait.
This is the transition.
Okay, all right.
So
let him cook.
Metroid Fusion is one of the games announced for Game Boy Advance. That's coming later.
Right.
I would not be surprised if that's how you do it. You beat Metroid Fusion and you get the suit in the remaster.
That's crazy. Especially since it's not even part of the NSO. It's just,
Exactly. Which would also contribute to the big rumor, but because of Game Boy games.
Okay.
I think we predicted this over on my channel, and I talked about it at the very beginning. I stated real quick, there ain't gonna be no Pokemon talk here because Pokemon Day is coming later this month.
Yes.
And I guess the fuel is burning because
you got something?
In Japan they re-uploaded the trailer, like the NSO trailer, and look at these upcoming 64 games. The logo that says like no Pokemon can be transferred is gone.
Oh. Yep, they're cooking.
And so it's like, okay, wait a minute.
You're gonna make me do something.
The caption made sense back in September. There was no Game Boy games.
Right.
Doesn't make sense now, does it?
It's different now.
Not anymore, buddy.
Because you have, dude, if they bring Pokemon to NSO, that'd be for the Game Boy stuff. Oh my god. Because you can get Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Crystal, Silver on just Game Boy and Game Boy Color, and then Advance you can get Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and Fire Red, Leaf Green. Good lord!
Holy!
Now, my prediction for this month is not going to be straight up. They're not going to drop every single game there.
That's true. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, let's one thing at a time. I think they're going to do Red, Blue, Yellow, and then Pokemon Stadium 1.
That's my thing. Yeah, that's what I say.
Because we still don't have our N64 game for the month.
It's true.
What the hell? Oh shit.
They don't like to tell us until very late. So what's better surprise than it being Pokemon Stadium 1 and then you get to play with your Pokemon from Red, Blue, and Yellow?
True.
There better be a turbo button.
I mean, don't you have to unlock the Doduo Tower? Is that
I don't know.
Is that what it is? I don't remember.
It's just that like those games for Red, Blue, and Yellow, like they definitely have like a spot in the retros like scene, but it's the fact that the pacing nowadays is far slower. So this is
also stemming from the fact that I remember that the GBA and Game Boy emulator was leaked last year.
Oh, I
remember that. So in that emulator, there was online multiplayer, there was wireless multiplayer. That's all in there. That's all in the app now. And there was transfer options, which makes a lot of sense because we have Mario Tennis and Mario Golf, which games, again, they're not content complete because you needed the Game Boy Color games to unlock certain things. If those show up,
I see.
you see?
Said the blind
I'm
man.
just saying.
It's a jigsaw puzzle.
No, I am just saying. Don't take my brain.
And Pokemon is confirmed going to get games on the service because we're getting Pokemon the trading card game.
Yes. Is that
good lord
have any type of integration with other games, or is that just
no?
Okay, just double checking.
It's a great game, but no. It's actually how I learned how to play the actual trading card game. So
fair.
Wow, man. No,
great
man.
game.
I used to actually have cards when I was younger.
Me too. But I used to actually play them. I didn't just collect them.
Yeah,
I
was like those
because of the Game Boy Color card. Because the game teaches you how to play the game. Like I'm talking like the field setup, 5 Pokemon in the bench, all that stuff.
How much of an issue would it be say that I stopped playing the Pokemon card game at Yu-Gi-Oh?
I did the same thing, so I'm not judging you.
Sam?
Oh, thank God I was sweating bullets. I thought I was going to get robbed.
I did attempt to pick up a Pokemon deck back a little bit later. I started building a Night March deck, but I ended up just not going through with it because I was just like, what am I doing? And I just...
like, what is this trend here? This is terrible.
Well, Pokemon's is like it's kind of like Magic, where every rotation and every new season they ban cards. Like you can't use those cards anymore.
Yeah, they do that.
So it's like you have to always build a new deck no matter what to keep up.
They do that somewhat in Yu-Gi-Oh with the ban list.
Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh still you can still use legacy cards. It just depends on which ones didn't get banned or limited.
You just gotta work on you gotta work around the ban list essentially.
Yeah.
No, the ban list can kill some decks. Like it can really do that.
Yeah.
I see you.
You just gotta be ready for that.
But overall, the service is great. It's the attention to detail, dude, in the service.
Yeah, it actually is.
It's the very little attention to details. I'm talking like the Game Boy filters for each of the original games that you can use the really bad pea green screen.
But it's classic.
It's classic.
Okay.
That's a real thing.
It's just pea green is such a funny phrase.
Yeah, pea green, or you can use my preferred one was the Game Boy Pocket, the black and white one.
Yeah,
pea green is like the grossest.
Or you can use Game Boy Color, like as if you were putting the cart into a Game Boy SP or anything, like where it gives you the color filter.
Yeah.
Now,
I love variety.
It doesn't work like the originals where you like do a button combination and you can change the colors. It doesn't work like that. It's all predetermined.
Okay.
Which means most of the games have pretty accurate colors, like Samus is orange in Metroid 2 or Kirby's pink in Dreamland. Great. It's really cool stuff. You can also replicate. It's called replicate old feel, but all it does is add the ghosting on an actual real Game Boy. Like I was like, oh, this is gross, but I love it.
That's why.
Well, that's how it was played back then.
No, but like replicate real feel is funny. So does it look like well enough to pass
blurry.
for its ghosting?
For its ghosting. When you say replicate real feel, all that does is make me think of a sex toy.
Where's the cancel?
Why are you booing me? That makes sense.
Stop.
But no, it's great.
Where does it say it's banned in the rotation?
Game Boy and Game Boy Color have been great. Game Boy Advance. That's been even cooler. I played multiplayer online with Justin, and that was such a wild thing to do. Like we were playing Mario Kart, and Mario Kart Super Circuit sucks, but it's great, dude.
Yeah,
it's great. I'm trying to 100% it so I can have all the multiplayer stuff ready, but
yikes,
dude, it's you just got to get used to it. It's like Super Mario Kart. Like they're my least favorite Mario Kart games, but they're still good.
Yeah, there was a sense of control back then. Yeah, that probably only a kid would know how.
Exactly. They're good games though. I think none of these games are bad. None of the choices are bad. Even Alone in the Dark is like a weird choice.
It's weird, yeah.
But play it. I would like you to just try it. It's like Resident Evil on a Game Boy Color.
I feel like it shouldn't even like function.
No, it shouldn't, and that's why it's so cool. It looks. They downscaled this release game like on PS2, GameCube, and then put it to Game Boy Color.
What the?
And somehow, some way, it runs like smooth, like 60 frames, and it's just cool. I don't know if it's the best game in the world, but it's cool. Like it runs.
Possibly not.
Yeah, it's a visually stunning game for Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
But Game Boy Advance though, those are all killer, no filler, dude. Every single one of those games were bangers, dude.
How many did they add? Was it like 5?
Overall, within the apps, it's 15 games.
Wait, with the Game Boy Advance?
With Game Boy Advance, it's 6.
Mm.
With Game Boy Color / Game Boy, because they consider that one console, it's 9 games.
That's not bad.
Game Boy Advance, you had Kuru Kuru Kururin.
Ooh, that took practice.
That game is really good. It's a game that never got released in the States.
Oh, okay.
It was released in Europe, so it's in English.
Nice.
Oh, America.
So it's Kuru Kuru Kururin, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Trying to remember the other Mario Kart Super Circuit,
Wario,
Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3, and WarioWare.
Oh, I can dig it.
And this is what I mean by attention to detail. I went into the features because the ROMs are the ROMs. Like they're all gonna have their original things, but I highly doubt half of them work. So I went into Mario 3 and I was like, oh look, Rumble, because it's a Game Boy player compatible game. So if you played it on a GameCube the Game Boy player, your controller could vibrate, well, like using Rumble.
Oh.
I turned it on, dude, and my controller rumbled, and I was like, what the fuck? I told myself I wouldn't cuss, but I was like, what?
You love to see it.
It was crazy, dude. It's the little attention to details. Like, that's what makes these so good. Like, this is the complete opposite of how the N64 launched.
Mm.
That's interesting.
Where, like, Ocarina of Time was broken.
What?
Yeah, it was.
What's wrong with it?
The fog was off. Everything was off in that game. It did not look like the original game.
Did Game Boy and Game Boy Advance have that cool setting where like you could create like sounds for like when you navigate like through the menu, similar to the other ones?
So, I guess technically they would need to make a controller for that. So no,
it's true. Yeah, it's true.
Because it only activates when you have one of the controllers based on it.
Yeah.
And since Game Boy and Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy and Game Boy Advance don't have controllers like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought it'd be really cool to release something. Like, my idea was maybe Joy-Cons.
Mm.
And then you can do like two separate ones. One that's Game Boy based, and the other one's Game Boy Advance based. So like the Game Boy one would just be D-pad and 2 AB. That's it.
Mm.
And the other one would be D-pad, AB, and then L and R.
Yeah.
To kind of replicate it, and because it's on a portable.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I made too much sense, I know.
Yeah, it's a little too smart for the room. What are you doing here? Why aren't you making money? What is
this? Don't take away from us.
That was my preferred thing, because that would have been cool. I would have been totally fine with that.
Makes too much
sense. Hold on, no, not okay. Kind of hammer down on it. It really did make too much sense. Pointed out like the small details, but for them to actually follow through with another set of details for the actual system would make a lot of sense.
Yep.
Makes too much sense.
It makes
way too much sense.
They might be trying to think of a design for it, maybe.
Maybe. If it does release, it releases, and I'll be right there to pick it up, because
you know what?
I have a set of every controllers over here, so
that's where it gets a little weird for me. As thinking of a design, I wouldn't think that would be too hard.
Mm.
It's literally the Game Boy one would be 3 buttons, dude. Sorry. The D-pad, A, B, and then you need to start and select.
Yeah. But like so many of those people who are going around just doing their own little mods and stuff for controllers. Saw somebody make a Joy-Con where like a Joy-Con set where like they kind of look like the GameCube controllers.
That one. Yeah.
Yes, Joy-Con.
I was like,
it is.
Yeah. Mad bulky, but I was like, I mean, there's some creativity right there, and it looked like, so I'm like, Nintendo,
best shut that down and release your own.
Yeah, it wouldn't make too much sense. I do for like the other consoles, the other 4 NSO consoles, I really appreciate the original controllers because, well, I mean, they're the original controllers. What better way to play them with their original controllers? Like, especially 64. Those games, depends on the game. It really requires those controllers, like GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be crazy if they just decided to make just a Game Boy Advance shaped controller. It's just like
I had an idea where it was just a Game Boy Advance without the screen.
Yeah, it's just like a big
and then they just send that to you, and then you're like, there you go, you can play.
Oh, hold on. If they want to add a little bit more creativity, add a screen, and they could have little funny bells and whistles or little messages or whatever, and something like that. Little graphics that make it a little.
You mean the Wii U?
Yeah, you could. You could get set up for 2 screens.
Oh my god.
What's stopping you?
But that was as you can see, like Game Boy was my favorite announcement at that thing, only because it adds so much value to the service. Like I already thought it was fine once you started picking up with 64 games. But now that you got, first of all, let's talk about Game Boy being on the normal base tier.
Oh yeah,
dude. Game Boy and Game Boy Color on the normal $20 a year base tier is great because I still think there's NES games and Super games they can still add, but it's very far and few in between now. So getting Game Boy, dude, that library is huge. There's so many first party games, it's not even funny. Just getting 2 every like 2 months, that you would be good for a long time.
Oh, I see you.
Like, and then the fact that it's also Game Boy Color, it's technically 2 consoles. Like, yeah, you're gonna be on that app for a long time with NSO, so that's cool. But then Game Boy Advance being on the expansion pack boosted that dramatically. Like just Game Boy Advance alone boosted that $50 a year dramatically. Because you're gonna get games like, what are the ones that are confirmed coming? Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah.
Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. F-Zero Maximum
Velocity. Golden Sun. I think there was another one.
Golden Sun.
We said Metroid Fusion?
Oh yeah, Metroid Fusion.
Yeah.
The fact
that's
that
crazy.
You can play all of the mainline Metroid like 2D games on Switch now because of this.
That's crazy. Wait, yeah.
Well, I guess technically it'd be Samus Returns remake, but other than that, because I'm assuming Metroid Zero Mission
is gonna show up somewhere. Just maybe not yet. Yeah.
Oh,
that's really nice. All of a sudden, like you can play all the Metroid games.
All of the original 2D Metroid games up to Dread. That's really cool.
That's very nice.
Oh shit. I haven't played Dread yet. Fuck.
But then like there's also potential because of the online and local. So I really appreciate local multiplayer because I understand that they're Game Boy games. They were never going to be like split screen or anything crazy like that. You can't do that. That's not how the games were designed. So having like, let's say like you come over and me, and then like we'll play Game Boy games wirelessly. That makes so much sense. That's just how it was back in the day.
That's what they were trying to do, essentially.
Exactly. Like, so original Game Boy can only do 2 players, but the Game Boy Advance can do 4.
Right. Have you actually done local?
I've never tried local yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't tried it yet.
That's a project.
Yeah, we gotta try it eventually because I would love to see that in action. Because there's that, and then something like for me, what would make me super excited when they added, or one of the games that they will hopefully add is A Link to the Past, which is the original game is on Super, and that's the version you should play. I actually don't even like the Game Boy Advance version.
Yeah.
But A Link to the Past has 4 swords. And 4 swords is the whole reason to own that cart.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's not a bad port of A Link to the Past, mind you. It's kind of like what they did with the Mario Advance games. Do you like A Link to the Past, but with Link voiceover? Then there you go.
Essentially.
Yeah. But 4 swords is the reason you pick it up, because then now you can play 4 swords online.
Yes. It's crazy.
Because Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is 4 players, as originally intended.
It was.
You can play that online, dude. That's gonna be so sick.
I wanted to see how that'd play out because I've never had that type of experience.
Me too. I've only played that game single player all the way through.
But we really need
what?
They just go ahead and put fucking Sonic Battle on right now. I mean, come on.
Dude,
can I do the
Sonic Advance trilogy? Getting there would be so fucking cool.
Hold on. Sonic Advance.
This is so hard, but I really want to play it so bad.
Sonic Advance is cool and all.
I know Battle is also really cool, and that'd be so really sick. Does that game have multiplayer, by the way?
Action replay. Wait, what? Well, they had those. What is it? They had the mini games you did with the cable links.
Then there you go. That'd be cool.
So we should be, we should definitely be able to do it. It was like the Shadowrun had a mini game. I believe Knuckles had like a sweeper.
I wanted to mention one more thing with the emulators on these consoles.
Okay.
The Game Boy, one of the most. If you look at the upcoming Game Boy games, right? You got Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons.
Aye.
I never played those.
You know, like, of course, those are two Zelda games on their own. Like, that's crazy. Pokemon trading card game, but the interesting one, the one that I am most interested to play, is Tilt and Tumble. Not because it's like the best game in the world.
Okay.
But it is.
Tilt and Tumble is a game. It's one of the most interesting, in my opinion. It's like it uses gyro. The game is controlled by moving your Game Boy. I want to see that replicated on my Switch.
Yeah. I mean, like, why not?
Because it makes sense. If I can just do this and just kind of flip up to jump and stuff, dude. That means you can get games like WarioWare Twisted on Game Boy Advance. Because that game was also like this. Like, you just move your Game Boy to play.
I don't think I've ever played any of those games on the Advance.
Those are really hard to come by now. Yeah.
Yeah, the gyro ones? Nah.
The gyro ones and anything with like a peripheral that was added to it, it's expensive. Which is why whenever they eventually, because they're gonna do it, Drill Dozer.
Oh yeah.
Drill Dozer is a game that has Rumble built into the cart.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
And so that game on Wii U had Rumble features. So I would just assume it's gonna have Rumble on Switch, which would be cool. And if you've never played Drill Dozer, it's by Game Freak.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
It is a game that is not Pokemon.
That's interesting.
Very good game. Mark, have you played Drill Dozer?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
Really?
It's the girl with the pink hair. Because has a big old drill.
There was a lot of commercials or promotion for that.
I know. She's in Smash as an assist trophy.
I know that character, but I never played the game either.
Trying to think if I ever know that at all. I'm not sure.
Look it up.
Like little
Drill Dozer.
Never
Dozer.
Ponytail she has.
Yeah.
The grin.
Yeah, I never knew it was from Game Freak actually. That's why it was promoted so much.
The soundtrack is by the exact same composer as Pokemon. The game it's by Game Freak. It's a great game.
I was gonna say it lines up because Game Freak had that one other game that everyone the one that we don't want to talk about.
Little Town Hero.
Yeah, the one where like they got a lot of promotion for it and then it just went.
That game, I have it physically. I
didn't hear from it.
Physically. It's okay. It's not amazing, but the music's good because it's by Toby Fox.
Oh, really? I didn't. Whoa.
The music is all composed by Toby Fox. So I was like,
that history runs deep.
Yeah.
I had no idea he actually did stuff for that too.
Kind of tough.
I guess that's why he showed up in Scarlet and Violet and also Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Those IPs are. Wait.
They have another game that's on Switch too. It's a Giga Wrecker alternate.
I've seen that around. Yeah.
It's a 2D Metroidvania.
What?
By Game Freak.
What?
Yeah. Great game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's great, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was looking at it, man. I don't know what's wrong with me because it is a Metroidvania, but
is it not?
I remember the way that like the screen looks.
It's a. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, it's a physics based.
Yeah.
Metroidvania. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not even like I don't know what's wrong.
It's a weird game. Like it's not going to appeal to everybody.
Visual, I guess. I don't know. You ever have those games where you have like because. Me if I'm wrong, because I don't think I even actually started it. Your character is kind of bite-sized.
Yeah.
You gotta, I don't know. Something about that kind of just throws me off. That happened with this other game called, it's called Nefarious.
Oh, yeah.
I
was
going
to say, that's my concern about Disney's Illusion Island. That game looks incredible. Yeah. But when the screen zooms out too much, I'm like, ooh.
Ooh, I can't see.
It feels a little off, but I understand that it's actually kind of like Rayman Origins or Rayman Legends.
Yeah.
That does that. It does that too, but Rayman is so clean in visuals that it still looks visually interesting.
Very distinct.
The way they hold, the way they hold that stuff makes it like more, I don't know.
So that's why I'm still interested in Disney's Illusion Island. That's another game they showed that was really cool.
Yeah, I gotta see how that works out.
All right, but yeah, I'm sorry. I went on way too long for Game Boy. I knew I was gonna go on a tangent about it. I love it.
I knew too.
It's only a matter of time.
I love that. I love those consoles.
Feels very passionate about them.
I really, really love Game Boy games. I was also going to say it makes the Switch finally feel like the hybrid console. Like it makes it feel like, hey, all of these franchises you love from portable and home console are now living on one thing.
Everyone is here.
Everyone's here.
like it makes it seem like this is the Nintendo console now. That was the important thing for me with Game Boy.
That was their vision too.
So I am very excited. I'm really excited to see what games they add. I would say like if I'm gonna give you 3 games on each console that I want, real quick, I want Mole Mania for Game Boy because that is a game directed by Shigeru Miyamoto.
Okay.
I want.
Wait, I'm pretty sure you have a list of this. Hold on.
I do have a big old list, but I'm minimizing it to 3 each.
Okay,
I had to tell myself to minimize it.
Okay.
So Mole Mania for sure. I would love. I mean, this is a guaranteed. I don't know why I'm saying this, but Mario Land 1 is gonna be there.
I see you.
Yeah, that's gonna be there. And then Donkey Kong 94, dude. That is my favorite Game Boy game of all time. And it's not called Donkey Kong 94, it's just called Donkey Kong. It's kind of like
just marking the year. Yeah,
it's marking the year. Because the game is so cool. It tricks you into thinking it's just arcade Donkey Kong with 4 levels. And then the game expands to 180 levels.
In the Johnson, I was expecting
great.
that.
I think it's actually like more like 80 levels, but still, it's great.
Okay.
It's really, really good. That game is top tier.
Nice.
So those are my 3 for Game Boy. For Game Boy Color, the ones that are not announced, Pokemon Pinball. I need that so bad, dude. That would be legitimately sick.
Really?
Yeah, really. Shantae? No, they already got Shantae.
we already got Shantae. That'd be
great.
Additional space.
I would like Mario Tennis and Mario Golf.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember the Game Boy Color games? Those are RPGs. And I love those games. They're RPG sports games and they're amazing.
Forget about that.
That's where Golf Story gets its inspiration from.
Yeah. Okay.
And then for Game Boy Advance, if I'm gonna just choose 3, because I already got my Mario 3. So whatever Mario games come after that, whatever. But the top 3 Game Boy Advance games I want to see on that service that will probably more than likely happen is Metroid Zero Mission, Mario versus Donkey Kong, which is a spiritual successor to Donkey Kong 94.
Right.
And I guess, like I said it earlier, right? A Link to the Past / Four Swords.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those are the ones I want to see big time on there.
Is the Four Swords on Game Boy Advance separate from the Four Swords Adventure on GameCube?
Yes, they're 2 different games.
Okay.
If you're talking, the Four Swords game that was on Game Boy Advance got remastered into Four Swords Anniversary Edition on DS.
I vaguely remember that one.
Do you remember that free download they gave out for DSiWare?
I do not remember that.
It was a free download where you could play it, but that version's great because it has 2 extra areas that are not in the original game.
Oh.
They're not going to do that. It's probably just going to be the original game, but that's fine. As long as you can play 4 players online. But yes, it is very different than Adventures on GameCube. That is its own separate game.
Okay, I see you.
So, but yeah, I will BRB. Hold up.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Hold on. Remember, I saw a list of games and everything.
Okay.
I want to play something, but also I only got Game Boy Advance games. I don't really have a lot of memories from Game Boy Color or Game Boy.
Same, yeah, actually.
Take like what is it? It was always like something I got from like my brother had the Game Boy, so I never really had a Game Boy. I ended up getting a Game Boy Advance. So of course I keep talking about Sonic Battle, so it's that one. And here's two games. It's 2 games. I don't think anybody's ever like tamper with it. It's
Metabots? Sorry. Oh, wait.
No. Also, it's what's his face?
Okay.
It's Advanced Guardian Heroes.
Oh man, I've never What'd you call me?
I remember when I bought it, it was completely on a whim. I was just like, that looks cool. And I ended up loving the hell out of it.
Metabots though?
Where's
Metabots? I played Metabots before. I feel like I played Metabots before. What is it? Yeah, that game was really on a whim when I got it. The other game, again, Power Rangers SPD.
Huh?
Exactly.
One of those games.
Those games are fun. It was like, let's see.
I'm gonna look it up.
What I remember with how can I describe? I'm a
game on the Game Boy that I played a lot.
Wait, Game Boy Advance or Game Boy?
The original Game Boy.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I wonder how that looks. I'd actually be pretty sick to look at. But what is it?
Oh my god.
How can I describe it?
Oh my god.
I gave my 3. I gave my 3 for Game Boy Advance because I don't have much. I didn't have much to go off of with.
Oh my god, there was a Wolverine game. I remember.
Game Boy Advance.
Wait, yeah. Let me try to guess your 3 because I think I got this.
He's like, I think I had this.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
I think I got this.
2. Go ahead.
Wait, you think I can guess 2 of them?
Yeah, because the first one's Sonic Battle. I'm gonna keep stressing that one.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Advanced Guardian Heroes.
You need to get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Were you tapping us? Holy.
Hold on. That's not the only Sega game, right?
What's the second one?
Good job.
Gunstar Heroes Advance?
Ooh. Wasn't actually. That's a good one though. That's a great game actually.
That's a very good game.
Lord. I'd say it was gay. You know what is it? Power Rangers SPD.
That's such a wild choice. Okay, yeah.
Such a random one, but it's a good game. Choice.
It's a pretty good one.
Look, a selling point for
There's actually a lot of good Power Rangers games from the old days.
Yeah, there is.
I think that was probably on a whim too. Both of those games were just like random purchases because I think I got Advanced Guardian Heroes in a game store. Was it the GameStop? It was like a GameStop, I think. I mean, EB Games. I don't fucking remember.
EB Games?
It was like that.
Back in the day, they used to still be called EB Games way back when.
Huh.
Yeah, it was such a random buy.
Mark, your mic sounding a little low.
I was like, are you away from it?
Oh, no.
There it is.
Well, how about now? Because I'm up right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Advanced Guardian Heroes, right? Advanced Guardian Heroes was like, I guess, can you say RPG? Because you were able to level up like stats and shit.
Yeah.
That.
Wait.
What else?
Oh, there's another. Okay.
But there was like, well, I don't know if you guys ever played the other version of it. There was a game that I think it was just called Guardian Heroes. That was the one that Phil showed me. It was just go like the fucking 2D scroller. And like I guess you move in. Is it 3 directions? I guess. Yeah, you technically do because you get to move up and down. But like the angle of it was like you're just walking on like one plane and you're just fighting a bunch of enemies. And each character you get to choose as has like elemental attacks and stuff. The main character, I guess like the poster boy, usually has the flame based powers. There's one who has ice, one who had electric. I feel like there was a 4th one. I wish you were here to hear this, Mark. Why are you so far? What happened?
I'm giving my ears a break.
Oh yeah.
You dig it long enough, bro, your ears start to hurt.
Yeah, my ears been hurting since like minute 10. But the freaking
it's got to prioritize on the comfort level.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But also, they also have like a free for all fighting mode in that game.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of just felt like Smash Brothers. I just said Smash Brothers because you're fighting like it's a brawling version where everybody's like
version of Smash Bros on the fucking Game Boy.
Aniyah? I can't.
No?
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Dang.
Trying to spike someone on a Game Boy Smash.
Well, great. Then again,
I don't want to hear you clacking on that.
That only stuck with me because I was a kid, so that was like it was only Smash in terms of like the free fall aspect. It didn't have like the platforming and everything like that, right?
What were you talking about? I'm so sorry.
I was still talking about like Advanced Guardian Heroes or how good that game was.
Oh yeah, dude. I played I've only played the original Guardian Heroes.
Yeah, Guardian Heroes. That's what it was.
Yeah, I've never actually played Advance because Guardian Heroes is a set. It's by Treasure, so
it's really cool that Treasure just had these games like that.
Lord. It's developed by Treasure. It's kind of like a beat 'em up, but it's on grids.
Yeah, grids. That's what it is. A beat 'em up grid.
It's like
you get to move it. Yeah, you get to move it up, down, left, right,
down on a grid, but it's a beat 'em up, so you can combo stuff.
Yeah. Oh man.
I believe the developers from that game moved on and they created Code of Princess.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, Code
of Princess works exactly the same way.
Code of Princess, girl with the big sword?
Yeah, big, yes.
Okay, and
there's something big, yeah.
Come on! I was gonna say it's the same game with like Blade Strangers, right?
Yeah. She's featured there.
Okay, her. Okay.
That game plays exactly like or exactly like the original Guardian Heroes. Just beat 'em up.
I feel like you told me that. I really should buy that game.
It's kind of rare now on Switch. The 3DS version is also kind of rare too. Now that I think about it.
Oh sheesh.
I was just looking up. Like, there's a 3DS like Code of Princess.
It was originally
Wow.
And then they ported it to Switch as the EX version. So it was like
okay. Oh, interesting.
Okay. Yeah, nah. Hopefully that shows up. Advanced Guardian Heroes is a solid title. The next one, another random. I don't know when I got it. I swear it was on a whim purchase. The Power Rangers SPD game, because I don't know. I'm pretty sure I wasn't watching Power Rangers around this time still, but like it was still. I grew up with it, so I was like, I want to see what other stuff I missed out on as far as like other versions. Because I don't know if you guys remember like Power Rangers Mystic Force, Power Rangers Samurai.
Oh yeah, there was something like that one.
Power Rangers
Shinobi?
Dino Thunder, I think.
Ooh.
I believe there's like all those variations.
Power Rangers. I'm sorry.
So I remember SPD because what
Dino Thunder.
The chief character you get to play as a dog, big old dog, and then like for whatever reason, when he has his helmet on, he has a regular head. It doesn't make any sense. So I was just like, I think I'm about to take a break from watching this. I'm gonna go watch like One Piece on Kids.
Anubis was he's in Battle for the Grid.
Well, he's cool. He's a cool fighter and stuff, right? But also, just in terms of like the characters in the game, everybody had like different unique abilities. I believe that the Red Ranger had like the wall jump, something like that. They each had like unique styles of fighting or whatever moves and stuff. Or somebody had like a double jump. That was probably like the Pink Ranger, I think.
Before Battle for the Grid.
Oh, your mic peaked again.
It was Battle for the Grid before Battle for the Grid.
Hold on.
There it is. You're good.
Yeah, we got him.
Maybe I'm just too loud for it, I guess. But yeah, it was like a 2D platformer, and you just get to use all the unique abilities and stuff like that. It was pretty set. The chief Anubis, whatever his name was, he had like this shadow clone mess, and I said that when I played it because I was like, I'm pretty sure I was still watching Naruto around this time. So all that stuff was happening with that game, and I was like, this is it, I'm playing it. But
he's using the chief, but he's also going Rasengan at the same time.
If he had some nonsense like that, that would be amazing. But like, I swear, I think he had like multiple abilities because he was a chief. So it was all like, he's got to be well rounded. Yeah, I swear he had like wall jump too. But that game was fun. It's definitely gonna be if they just do that. Throw me a bone. Just throw in like random titles.
Throw me a bone.
Like because I like all these under the radar stuff is great. So I mean, and then now I'm thinking of Gunstar superheroes, right? So
Gunstar superheroes are really good.
Yeah, so I mean
it's not as good as the original Gunstar Heroes, but it's
yeah, hold on. Now I think about it, I want to see how that feels because
Gunstar Heroes, play it. It's on Switch.
No. You I played it before because you showed me it because I never played it before that. But
I was gonna say you're on my family plan. We have the Genesis app.
Oh, shout out to Abraham. Hello.
Difference between the two. Oh, hello. Yo.
Did you ever play Power Rangers Dino Thunder for the PS2?
Power Rangers, sorry. Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Now that's a name I haven't heard of in years.
In
didn't
like
realize they had one on the PS2.
See them come. Sorry.
Dude, I don't understand PS2 is such an underrated game.
I have to see. I didn't even know they did. I didn't even know they had that for. Because I think like, how many other Power Ranger games did they have one for like Mystic Force?
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
Man, Saban. But that's crazy. But yeah, man, those are the games I'm looking for.
Okay. I don't know about this one. I have like aside from like Sonic Advance and like Sonic Battle and all the Pokemon games, there's one that I just kind of want to like highlight. I don't know if it's gonna show up at any time, but it's about a certain Astro Boy Omega Factor.
Ooh, another Treasure game, yo.
Treasure again?
Yeah, that's another game developed by Treasure.
Man, I'm so mad. Treasure needs to...
Treasure got dank Game Boy Advance games. I could not believe that.
Man, is Treasure still around?
Yes, they are.
Hit me with some more like 2D games because they know how to do that mess.
I wish they would remaster Sin and Punishment Star Successor.
He did Sin and Punishment?
They did Sin and Punishment. That is published by Nintendo / Treasure. Yes.
Oh my god, that's too much.
I love Sin and Punishment is one of my top 3 favorite 64 games. So yeah.
Are you kidding me? There's a lot of us. There's a whole bunch of bets I don't know.
Wow, I can't believe everybody just named a bunch of Treasure games. That was actually pretty cool. But what do y'all know about McDonald's Treasure Island, bro? Come on now.
Oh my god, I was looking at images like Treasure Island. What is
it's a McDonald's game by Treasure. Yes,
so crazy
for the Sega Genesis, and that game's actually kind of good. Don't no knock on it.
Fair.
That game is actually kind of sick.
But up based.
What the heck? That's great.
Oh my god.
Just saying, you know.
Yeah, but let's see what happens, man. It'll be great. Oops, hello.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. I was gonna say, Justin, is that your only like?
Yeah, that's the only one I could really highlight. Yeah.
Nice. Mark, is there any Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games you'd love to see other than Pokemon?
Naruto. Dragon Ball.
Yes, there is that. I would say majority is Pokemon. There's also Goku's Legacy would be nice.
Man.
Ooh, yes.
I wish, but it's the license, right?
Yeah, what's the license?
I guess the problem is like GoldenEye's on there now, like on the service. So it's like licensed games can make it. It just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Because I do think Legacy of Goku, the trilogy, is like, it's a staple for Game Boy Advance. It's so good.
Oh, okay.
Legacy of Goku 1, 2, and Boo's Fury.
Oh, okay.
Those games are staples for Game Boy Advance. They're so fun.
Awesome.
Especially Legacy of Goku 2. That game is god tier.
Ooh.
Yeah. It'll be great.
Because I said Pokemon Pinball for Game Boy Color. I totally forgot about Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
Or
Clean.
That would be really sick too. I do think there is one Pokemon spinoff we won't get on Game Boy Advance.
Mystery Dungeon?
Because they already remade it. And that would be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
I feel like they could, but you know, we'll see.
We need Pokemon Pinball.
Pinball is the big one. That's the one I really want to see. Is Pinball for Game Boy Color and then Pinball Ruby and Sapphire for Game Boy Advance. Because especially oh wait, Aniyah, you're peeking again, yeah.
I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Well, I might have to just be far from the mic at this point. Good lord.
I was gonna say there's actually a ton of pinball games they could put. Kirby's Pinball Land for Game Boy Original. Mario's Pinball. I forgot what it's called, but that one's okay, but it still could be on there. Game Boy Advance.
Mm-hmm.
Mario's Pillball.
Sure. Mario Party Advance.
Oh, yeah.
Would be pretty interesting, but only because like the actual board game is whatever. It's the mini games that we can play online. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I do want to bring up the Metroid rumors real quick.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because it's I feel like we're always talking about Metroid rumors at this point, but you know, this comes after the fact that Metroid Prime Remastered's finally out. Because everyone's big question is, all right, well, where's 2 and 3? And apparently, according to some industry vets and other things, they are hearing about 2 and 3. But they're not going to be remastered to the point that 1 was. Supposedly they're just ports. Which, okay, that's fine. If the game can just be cleaned up a little bit, that's cool. But I think my concern is that Nintendo's not trying to sit here and like, I think now that Remastered's out, I think I understand the situation. They're not sitting here trying to give you the entire story of Prime. I think they just want to reintroduce Prime to everybody again and then do Prime 4 later.
I think they're trying to prime them for Prime.
Prime them for Prime.
Yep.
Because we're way past Prime.
Look, prove me wrong. I would love to see 2 and 3 get the same treatment.
That'd be so nice.
Because those games are really, really good. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah. No news about 4. So, I mean...
I think 4 is going to be... So, my prediction for 4 is that it's going to be next year. There's only 3 options at this point. It's the holiday game this year. But depending on... Okay, let me rephrase that. It depends on Pokemon Day this month. It depends on Pokemon Day. If it's just Scarlet and Violet DLC and like retro announcements...
Mm-hmm.
Generation 10.
I was gonna say, if it's just DLC, then I can see Metroid Prime 4 being the holiday game this year. If Pokemon is getting a Generation 10 or a new remake, anything that is a mainline Pokemon game, then I can see Metroid Prime 4 being next year.
There's no shot they do 10 already. There's no fucking.
I was gonna say like.
Yeah, there's no shot, but I feel like they could do a remake of Black and White.
That'd be kind of dope, actually.
You know, Game Freak's always working on a game, so
yeah.
But I think the easiest prediction to do is that whatever the next Switch is, I think Metroid Prime 4 is a launch game for that.
Interesting. Because
I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is gonna make it this time, which is fine. You know, I'm not too mad about it
as long as it's backwards compatible, right?
Exactly. Like if I need the next Switch to be backwards compatible because my poor library would be so useless.
Oh my god.
Everything is banking on that backwards compatibility.
Otherwise you're gonna have to buy all the Switches in the world.
I also think Nintendo just can't go back to having 2 separate consoles anymore.
Yeah.
I think that the time for that is over.
They came up with a hybrid and just like it's too good.
Nintendo has created something that makes so much sense. It's like you can play anywhere. Like play it at home, play it on the go. That concept right there is so hard to go back to, like to revert from. There's no way.
The only way they're gonna be able to keep up now is if they make a really heavy duty dock.
Yeah, I think the thing is the screen needs to be 1080p at least.
At the very least, yeah.
A dock that might upgrade to 4K.
And a dock that can do 4K would be the optimal.
Technically speaking, they can't. OLED already does, but
exactly, most definitely, 100%. I agree.
I was going to say, you know what Aniyah is saying that he didn't know, because I know him.
We were talking about the Metroid rumors. That
Aniyah is the most meh when it comes to resolution.
Yeah.
Oh, what a way to describe it.
Hold on a minute.
I know Aniyah doesn't care about resolution.
I'm also in that camp that says that who cares if the game looks good. I mean, Metroid Prime Remastered runs 900p, dog. It doesn't even run at full 1080p.
Huh?
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't. I mean, are you telling me you play a game in 140?
Yeah, I have my Atari 2600 sitting right there.
Playing a modern game in 140 sounds painful.
Okay, look.
I don't know about a modern game. There's no such thing.
Let me go ahead and just throw my little 2 cents about that.
Okay.
So
let him cook.
We always talk about when it comes to resolution and everything. My biggest thing is when people keep talking about this 4K and 8K mess. That mess is excessive. All right, to me, because I mean, wouldn't you need a huge screen to even deal with that? I'm pretty sure you would if you want to capture every pixel and like kind of but like
sure.
But then also, and think about it, for people who want to do like 4 screen like on their screens on PC, maybe I can get that. Like, let's think about the games we're talking about getting this resolution for. Was it Metroid Prime? I think that's fine to have like 1080. That's fine.
It's 900.
Like 900, that's fine too.
It doesn't even actually hit 1080. I think
I've never heard of a game only being 900 before.
That was
Switch games.
Yeah.
Switch games do it a lot. I believe the games that are quote unquote supposed to be 1080, they actually are 900 that can scale to 1080 depending on the situation. But for the most part, they hit 900. So the games that I know of would be Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2 and 3, Metroid Prime Remastered, Luigi's Mansion 3, I believe, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Okay.
Essentially, Mark, if Nintendo wants to hit 60 frames per second on a good looking game that's not open world Breath of the Wild, you hit 900p.
And the game doesn't get any less fun.
It's the art style. It's the art style choice.
Then this is where I would think that stuff would probably apply to the most, where people want those crazy amounts of like resolution and pixels. If you want a game that has like high textures and attention to detail and all that crazy mess, I assume it usually applies to games that look like what is it? Again, Call of Duty, Battlefield, like any of that hyper realistic game.
Yeah, like that in and of itself is kind of like an art style that is more demanding.
Yeah, that's the one that demands the most like texture and detail to want to see everything like that. So those games fit that dynamic. Why would I want to see a 1080 of like Kirby or Mario or something? I mean, well, like a 4K of Kirby or Mario.
We don't know how good it was.
I completely heard that. Speak up, sir. What happened?
Mark?
Lost him.
Mark?
We missed the mark.
He threw his phone to the laundromat.
I swear to God. Continue. Oh.
We lost Mark.
Hey, so anyway.
He was talking as his phone fell into the phone abyss in the car.
Yeah. He's like, I read it favor and just out.
No, I think but that's always Nintendo's strong suit, right? It's the art style. It's the way they know that. It kind of sucks because obviously some of the best games on Nintendo consoles are always going to be Nintendo's first party games because they understand how their console works.
Yeah.
They understand that this is what you have to do with it. Like the Wii. The Wii was competing against PS3 and 360.
Couldn't do it.
It only hit 480p.
That's so wild.
So it's like, yeah, of course, art style matters the most. For the most part.
I feel like that's a good technique as far as like in development anyway, because it makes your games stand out.
Yeah.
I like games that stand out. So to be honest, whenever I look at my roster, I don't have a lot of games that ask for a lot of detail. Don't get me wrong, most of those games are the games could be cool. I feel like the most detail I could get in the game that I like is Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken has always been about trying to showcase the console, though. You're peeking again.
Like Horizon Zero Dawn or something.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like Tekken is that fighting game series that has always strived to be like high class for the console. Always. Street Fighter is all art style choice though.
Definitely,
yeah.
Which is why the new one looks so good because they're going for a hyper realistic style.
That's interesting.
That demands the 4K. That makes a lot of sense.
No.
How they do that stuff?
Okay.
You cut out a little bit. Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck is this mic doing? All right. Anyway,
it's time for a new mic.
Okay, so
whoa.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, you know what? It's time for.
It's time to stop. Can this mic pick up this?
I think I can.
Oh my god.
I would just have to.
Oh god.
I gotta get a new mic. I'm looking at the Shure model anyway. So
let's interesting.
Does
that? Do you have phantom power?
With the XLR mixer or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I need one. I need to get that along with the mic. So
yeah.
See what happens on payday. But man, it's some kind of nonsense. I was just like, what am I trying to say? I kind of got lost in it. Oh, but still with the graphics and everything.
Well,
yeah, definitely. My thing with Street Fighter is that
Mark's back.
Sorry, my cousin came by. I had to help him out with something.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, he's like, It just comes back in it.
God damn it.
But yeah,
Well,
I like.
I was gonna say the reason we even brought up resolutions is because we're talking about the Metroid rumors.
Let's go on.
I mean, to be fair, Metroid probably look fucking dope in 1080, 4K to 8K.
I can appreciate that.
I can
appreciate that because it's definitely gonna be that game where like just looking at Samus's design, that stuff could be really fly in good detail.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Like in Phantom Pains, that was the most HD snakes ever.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. It still holds up.
Dude,
that young Fox engine, yeah.
Dude, if they do that same treatment like for the Metal Gear Rising, imagine riding in that like 4K, 8K.
Sheesh.
That'd be interesting.
Shows techno of him slicing melons, please.
There we go.
Yep. But the thing is, Metroid Prime 2 and 3 are rumored to be coming. That's the and
like
that'd be nice.
But the difference is that it might not be the remasters; they might just be ports.
Oh, that's
well. So I guess it could.
Fine, but that's not why we started talking about resolutions. Because I think, in my opinion, I don't even know if Nintendo's even interested in bringing 2 and 3. Honestly, I think the whole point was to reintroduce people back to Metroid Prime, using what is considered the best of the trilogy, which is number 1, and then getting everybody ready for Metroid Prime 4.
Well, that's okay. Sorry, someone else. Go ahead.
Real quick, Aniyah, depending on Pokemon Day this month, if Pokemon gets a new mainline game this year, I expect Metroid Prime 4 next year. If it's just Scarlet and Violet DLC, I think Metroid Prime 4 could be the holiday game this year.
Holiday?
They have not announced anything past July.
So,
and they could be cooking it. They might have already finished it.
Literally, Metroid Prime 4 is the only game left that doesn't have a release date from Nintendo.
Okay, hold on. 2 things to add on with this. Feels like it would make more sense. Like it'll be, I guess, for them to be ports, sure. It's better than nothing. Like not remasters. I would kind of hope they would.
The only way I'm gonna be okay with it is if they put them together in one cart.
That's what I kind of thought. Like,
if it's 2 and 3 on the same cart for $60, I'll pay that. If it's the only way I'm willing to pay $40 for each is if it's the remasters.
Remasters, yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I actually think the safest bet for Metroid Prime 4, and this is why we started talking about resolutions, is whatever Switch is next. Because let's be honest, the Switch is on its last legs.
It's been, when did it release?
2017.
6 years.
We're about to hit 7 years, yeah, which is typically normal for a console lifespan.
Yeah, 7 to.
Unless you're Game Boy or PS2.
Honestly, it's like 7 to 10 max usually.
Yeah,
dog's getting older.
So we're getting there. You know what I mean? Like you can see Nintendo's winding down with certain releases.
Yeah, because before they were like game.
Exactly, but
hold on.
I think Metroid Prime 4 could be for the next console.
Okay, so this is what I was thinking about with that. You're saying that if Pokemon Day comes up with a new mainline series,
and I don't mean Gen 10. I mean like if they remake one of the gens.
I was going to say, Mark, we should share the same brain cell. Gen 10.
If it was gonna be a, let's say let's go second gen.
Okay.
Anything that is a mainline Pokemon game like Let's Go or anything, and it happens this year, I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is coming this year because that wouldn't be the holiday game.
Okay. All right. So what month would you expect it if we do get a mainline Pokemon game? You would expect like Metroid Prime to be like next year in like spring?
Next year spring. It'd be like probably around the same time as Breath of the Wild, honestly, May, maybe April.
Ooh. I don't know if they want to release it at the exact same time.
But late next year.
Yeah. And I was thinking like when did the Switch was in spring, right? When it first released the console?
March. March.
Yeah, was it 3rd? March. Okay, so yeah, it would like
we're about to come up on the end of year 6.
It's gonna be crazy.
It'll be like a full stop if it were to release around that on the 7th year of the Switch's like lifespan. So that works with me. But it would be nice. I'll be honest, I'll probably be with like the second option where it'll be like this year.
I just don't think.
But it just be like not enough time for people to be reintroduced.
The thing is, Prime 4 is going to be a pretty big game for Nintendo, but it's not Zelda big. That's the issue. It's Metroid has never been that series that sells for Nintendo. Realistically, it's like on the same side as Pikmin. It's pretty niche depending on the fan base. It's better fan base than Pikmin for sure.
Wow.
But it's not going to make millions of dollars like they think it's going to do. Like Prime 4 is going to come out. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be amazing, hopefully. But it's not going to do the same numbers as Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, something like Bayonetta 3?
Yeah, like Bayonetta 3 came out and it only hit 1 million. Which is good for Bayonetta.
Okay. Especially after the controversy. Exactly.
It's great for Bayonetta. But 1 million? And the game only came out in October? It's not amazing.
Bro, Pokemon's did crazy numbers.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet dethroned Diamond and Pearl. Those games are off of the 10 list.
Oh, hold on. Just to add on to this question, because I don't know. What is a good number for like?
Actually, it depends on the franchise.
Depends on the franchise. Like Metroid Dread doing almost 3 million is great.
Oh, really?
Yep. Metroid Dread actually selling close to 3 million is literally the best thing that could happen for that franchise.
Okay. Depends on.
But you know, if you're saying Animal Crossing, that thing better sell over 20 million, or else it's.
I know.
You know
otherwise,
what I mean? Like
it's otherwise considered like a flop.
Yeah, like the thing is, Nintendo. It depends on the franchise. This is not just for Nintendo. This is everybody, right?
Yeah.
If God of War came out and didn't do the numbers.
Oh no.
You know, like.
What did they do? Like what?
Oh, it did. It sold. It was the best-selling PS1 or PlayStation exclusive first-party game at launch ever. Was God of War Ragnarok.
It deserves it.
5 million in 2 days.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, I wish I contributed to
now,
that number.
Granted, that is combined PS4 and PS5 versions. So
go buy it right now. Nah, I swear to God. Do it.
Do it.
That's great. All right, yeah. All right, I see you.
But yeah,
good stuff though. Okay. Dang, that would be.
Cool. I guess like it just depends on the franchise. Like Fire Emblem is considered a big franchise now.
It was good.
For them, it's a big franchise. So if that game doesn't sell at least a certain amount, like I would predict like 5 million.
Okay.
If it doesn't mean it's curtains.
Yeah, like they take it as a loss.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But Xenoblade when Xenoblade 2 came out and it hit over 1 million,
they were
excited. They were like, "Damn, this game did it!" That's why they put so much money into Xenoblade now.
So that's why. Oh, okay. I see you.
Xenoblade hits like almost 10 million every time now.
It's good.
Or like 9. It's not that high. It doesn't make the top 10.
Oh, but still like for the franchise. Okay.
Yeah, like Splatoon is a series that they expect big numbers from too. So.
Okay. So yeah, it's definitely just projecting on what you can, whatever pattern you.
They didn't like. They're not sitting here releasing WarioWare Get It Together and hoping that game hits millions and millions of copies. Like, you know what I mean? That's unrealistic.
That is funny. Okay, I see you. Man, that is interesting stuff.
Like, don't be Square Enix. You know what I mean?
Oh,
don't think Marvel's Avengers is going to be the biggest thing in the world, and then sorry, we didn't sell as much as we thought it was.
Yeah, whoops, my bad. Kind of pull all our eggs in one basket. Am I right?
Yeah.
Wait. Marvel.
What do you mean?
Segue.
Oh well, the segue. I was gonna do pickups. Justin, I heard you went and got something. Heard you went and picked up something today.
I did. There was a couple of them. I'm not sure if over the course of the week, right?
I have my little stack here too. So
hold on. I'm really curious
Oh man, you guys picked up video games? Or
yeah, I know we're nerds, dude. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Having the money to do that.
Mine's is kind of a variety of things. This is weird pickups.
Yeah,
I got an impulse buy recently. So
yeah, well, we'll see.
I spent all my damn money on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Too, but...
I'm so sorry. That is actually a really good pickup.
Did you get those disgusting chalk candies that say "Be Mine" or some mess on it?
Oh, the chalk candies!
Not the chalk candy, dude.
Awful.
Dude, you say that I'm thinking, but you mean like Smarties and shit?
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 of these are a gift for Valentine's Day, so that was cool.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, man, don't knock Smarties till you try them.
Smarties
You
are
took
great.
that personally. I'm sorry.
Dude, you ever know those guys in high school that would like do that shit? They'd smoke Smarties.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they wanted to be Rebel so badly.
I live in the ghetto. Yes, I understand.
They'd roll up the wrapper, and then like they just inhale it. It's like puff like smoke.
Whoa.
And their breath still stink.
Dude, I just blew Justin's mind. He said, I blew Justin's mind. Justin's like, they did.
I was
that?
like they did that. Like obviously as a kid, you kind of like learn some things here and there, but like I don't think I've ever heard of that one. That's a new one.
Really, you never saw that?
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
that.
And
Huh.
very goofy stuff.
I guess I was more sheltered than I thought.
I mean, I've told the story before.
Probably.
About one kid, I'm saying I've told a story before about one kid in the kickball field who sniffed so many Sharpies he passed out.
Oh my god.
What a Chad, dude.
Listen, I'm only
Thing in school for some reason, dude. For some reason in school, like sniffing Sharpies just got popular. I don't know why.
It was great.
Because there's chemicals that actually could get you high.
Yeah.
It's the same. Huh.
Elementary
Like-
school, bro.
It's like, who wants to write the answer on the board? All right, the answer's gonna be 29. Good lord.
Whoa!
The answer's so close I can almost smell it.
Good lord.
Derek, put the marker
Justin,
down.
Justin, what'd you pick up?
And here I thought my only problem like was with kids was just like those who just like glue a little too much.
Oh, Elmer's.
Oh no.
Oh lord. All right, yeah. Pick up. My bad.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I
You pour the glue on your hand, you peel it off.
Oh my god, Mark. Oh
What?
my god, Mark.
oh anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, what the what?
All right, go ahead, Justin.
No, okay. So I divided my pickups to like 3 because like there was like different days in which they arrived. Phil knows, especially. I've been picking up the Shantae games at Best Buy. The ones on PlayStation 5. This is the last one I was missing before, they go and do the whole classic one because they hadn't done that yet. But this is half genie, half hero. So that makes the 4 so far.
Yo, Half Genie Hero is so good. It's my second favorite Shantae game.
I actually really like the
that one's
cover,
good.
mainly because of the different colors palette
Yeah.
showing up here.
Half Genie Hero is like second favorite, right behind Pirate's Curse. So good.
And then I had this GameStop order because they had like a crazy like sale of these. It all started with Persona 5 Strikers for PlayStation 4. It was like $9.
Nice.
So I was
nice.
like, okay.
$9? What?
It was crazy.
You steal it from.
And then I kind of dug myself deeper into that. I got this game called Edge of Eternity for PlayStation 5.
The heck is that?
Oh, okay. I think it's like an RPG, no?
Yeah, it's on. I think it's still on Game Pass, but yeah, this is like the only physical that like we've seen of it. But yeah, it's an RPG. We got Judgment and Lost Judgment. Right here.
Ooh. Ooh, those are good games, dude. Oh my god. Anything that's in the I have to change the name now. In the Like a Dragon series, my god, dude.
We have Judgment and Misplaced Judgment.
No. No, how dare you? No, anything in the Like a Dragon series, dude. Any of the Yakuza games, oh my god, dude, they're so good.
And I had one last one because it was just like one of those that was showing up on clearance. New Super Lucky's Tale. There is a previous one. I just never looked into that one.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's not the prequel. The original game, it's essentially they redid the original game because the original game had some like flaws, quote unquote. I thought it was fine, but think more like Crash Bandicoot, where like the camera was already set and you're just going forward.
Oh, okay.
That one is a legitimate 3D platformer, like with the camera controls and everything.
Oh, okay. Are they separate games still?
Technically, but they're the same story, same amount of levels, same level designs to a certain extent.
Okay.
But they redid it to the point where it feels like a real 3D platformer now.
Got you. Okay.
Very good game. I have that one on Switch. I have the original Super Lucky's Tale on Xbox.
Okay. And these are the last ones that were just like from today because there was just like the President's Day sale. Demon Throttle. This is like.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Is one of those like where it's like. I just saw it on the listings. I was like, "Is this a really good game?" I feel like I've heard it before.
So I have it, and it is a game that I think I actually showed off on this podcast once. But
Possibly,
it is
Probably.
It's a game that never is not going to get a digital release. It's physical only.
Yeah, I saw that, and like in one of the reviews, I was like, "Oh, gotcha."
So it's a physical only game, and essentially it's like a shoot 'em up. But
yeah, it's like it's like a top-down shooter.
Yeah, top-down shooter where you're on the floor, and it's kind of got RPG mechanics where you have to pick up power-ups and whatnot, and you grind for like certain experience. It's really interesting, but it is NES hard. Like that game is tough.
Ooh, Tonka tough.
Yeah, it's talking like if you die, game over. It's back to the beginning of the game.
Oh no!
It's not long. It's not like on the 7 levels, but it's good luck.
Okay.
Quarter eater. That's crazy.
I can't even get past the 3rd level. So.
Oh my god.
What I'm hearing is that game is absolutely Black Air Force energy.
Yeah, I gotta practice it because it's a good game. But if you learn the patterns, you can do it.
Okay. But yeah.
It's better co-op.
Yeah, I got this one, and just because it was also on sale, it was Red Dead 2. That was the other one I ended up picking up.
Nice. Ooh. You never had Red Dead 2?
Never did. Yeah, I don't like. I really wanted to play it, but then for some reason things just like came up, and I never got it.
Bro, I'm on the same boat as Justin. I never played any of the games.
You never played any Root and Toot?
No.
Not even Red Dead 1?
Nah.
Wow. Because like Red Dead was so good.
Red Dead is fantastic, dude.
The horse's balls shrink in the cold.
Yeah, that's an example of a certain art style that is really demanding.
Still, is it not true? I told Justin, people used that as an example of how dope the game was going to be. They're like, dude, look, the horse's balls react.
Yeah, I remember that was a thing about Red Dead Redemption 2 when it was coming out.
It was like, that's what they focused on. The horse's balls.
I still feel really bad about rushing Red Dead Redemption 2 when I played it because it was like 2 weeks before Smash, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's huge.
I had to completely go and sit there and be like, I got to beat this game in 2 weeks. Every day I got out of work, I was rushing. And now your mic is just not working at this point.
There
it is.
Okay.
Everybody's rushing.
But great game. Red Dead Redemption 2 is fantastic. It was really good, dude. Let me see.
Yeah, that's mine.
I got 5 pickups.
Let's go.
3 of them are legitimate pickups. 2 of them are good. So, for Valentine's Day, my wife surprised me with like 2 games. She just was just like, "Hey, these are kind of cheap, and you don't have them, so here you go." So let's start with this one because it's the one I have no idea about, and that is
the Katrina that I know.
Yeah, this is Life is Strange: True Colors.
I see it. Sorry,
Alex.
Yeah, for PS5.
Well, I don't know if that's her name. I forgot.
Yeah,
I think it is. Her name's Alex.
Alex Chen. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay. Square Enix kind of promoted quite a bit.
I know of the Life is Strange series. I've never played a single one, so I don't think I should start with this. I think I should pick up some of the older ones.
I think they promoted like 1 and 3.
Yeah.
For some reason, 2's weird.
So I'm gonna do that and pick up one of the older ones soon, so I can start playing that.
All right.
Yeah, start the first
But
one.
the other PS5 game is the one I was really happy about because I'm a big fan of the franchise. I absolutely love the series.
Senran Kagura.
No, absolutely not.
Now we gotta get to you.
Big fan of the movie series. The new movie actually comes out in April, and I'm really excited. Even though it's part of the reboot series, but that's fine. I love it anyways. And this is Evil Dead the game.
Let's go.
And it's essentially like Dead by Daylight, except for the fact that it has its own unique spin because it's Evil Dead. So they follow the Evil Dead rules. And it's really cool, dude. You get characters from every single movie, including the reboot. They just added an update for the reboot.
Nice.
Really?
So like they somehow worked a deal with Universal, Lionsgate, MGM, everybody to try and get all of the movies represented in this.
That's crazy.
So you can play as like the original Ash Williams, where he just has a normal chainsaw. You can play as Ash from Evil Dead 2 that has it hit where he actually cuts off his hand with the chainsaw.
Wait, what the heck? Really?
Yeah, you can play Army of Darkness version of Ash where he has the night gauntlets.
Oh man!
And then you can play the one from the Star series, the Ash versus Evil Dead. You can play as the whole cast.
I didn't see that one.
You can play as Pablo, Kelly, everybody's in here. It's great.
Everybody's here.
It's super cool. It's super cool. It is crossplay as well.
Huh?
So if anybody picks up that game, I'm down to try it.
Whoa.
Good lord.
And then the next 3 are actual pickups.
Okay.
So ever since GoldenEye 007 came out on the 64 app on Switch, I've had this like urge to try out and play other 007 games. I don't know why, but I also looked into the research and I found it really interesting that all of the big first-person shooter ones came out on Nintendo consoles, and I was like, that's kind of cool. I think like the 007 series is essentially Nintendo's first-person shooter series.
That makes sense. Wait, huh?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, even though it's not published by Nintendo, but after GoldenEye, the series kept coming out. It was multi-platform, but they kept coming out on GameCube and Wii and Wii U.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, interesting. I kind of want to pick these up.
Okay, because we're talking about 007. You mean like the
007 franchise as a whole?
Okay, because I was like, hold on. Does anybody remember playing Nightfire on PlayStation 2?
Dude, that's the one I need to pick that up. I'm gonna get the GameCube version, but yes, Nightfire is fantastic. Yeah, I think it's like Agent Under Fire, Nightfire, and Road Agent.
What about
Everything
or Nothing?
Yeah, that's a third-person shooter, but yes.
Okay, first person.
I'm talking about like the FPS games. They're all on Nintendo.
Okay.
Which
Good.
But so is Everything or Nothing.
Yeah, but man, I'm gonna tell you right now, in an RPG where you're a Nightfire, you get to control that, and you get to use the camera from the RPG. Seeing you when you're like, I was fighting against my brothers a lot. Every time you get like all you see is the last frame of you hitting the guy.
Oh man, dude. For a future project, this is actually why I'm picking these up. For a future project that I have in plans, I was gonna record us doing a 4-player or multiplayer split screen stuff.
Oh.
So 007's on the bill. So with that in mind, I never actually picked this game up back in the day, and I was very curious to try it out. And also Mark was talking about it, and so I was like, I really should give it another chance because I didn't really give it the chance back in the day. Now it's not the reloaded version, Mark, but it is the original GoldenEye 007 for the Wii. This is the remake.
How's that gonna be?
I tried it out a bit. It's definitely a modern first-person shooter.
Oh.
So take that with a grain of salt. But Mark says he liked the game, so I don't know.
Oh, GoldenEye Reloaded?
Yes, but this is the
fucking fantastic.
Yeah, because I was gonna say Reloaded is the remastered version on 360 and PS3.
Nice.
This is the actual game that it was built on the Wii.
Nice. You love to see it. Nice.
Yeah, and I bought this because I was like, you know what? Let's start somewhere. And honestly, I was playing a bit, and it's kind of good, but I wouldn't call it a masterpiece. It's not OG GoldenEye. You know what I mean? Like it ain't that good. But it's
serviceable.
Did you play it on the 360 or the PS3? Because you might find it it's a little smoother.
No. And I don't think I will because it's literally the same game except it's HD. I believe it's literally the same game except in HD. That's all it is. It doesn't even hit 60 frames.
Bro, where's your copium tank right now?
Oh my god. No, my goal for 007 is to collect them all on Nintendo, so I'm just not gonna even bother with Reloaded.
I know you have that goal of collecting pretty much almost every single game on the Switch.
Not Switch, but like first party games, yeah. That's my goal for Nintendo. My entire collecting dream is to own every first party Nintendo published game ever.
Nice.
And I'm very far from that dream. But hey, I got a good amount of them.
Bro, looking at your
Speaking of which,
I was like, you could have fooled me.
Yeah, no, you would think so, but I'm missing a ton. That being said, this next one is a first party game I didn't have in my collection, and I don't know why. But hookup at Origin Games around on our area.
Yeah,
we got this bad boy, and this is Donkey Konga 2.
Oh,
the heck?
that shit.
What's that?
Let's go.
Bongo game, dude.
I pull up.
Wow.
And everything.
I do have the bongos, so I just
He
beat
does.
the game.
I've never played any of those actually.
It's a spin-off of the Taiko no drum games.
Yeah, I remember you
That's
talking
so
about
funny.
the red face little drum face.
It's a spin-off
mascot.
of those games, but it's got your classic jams like "Wish You Were Here" and "You Don't Have to Call."
Oh, excuse me.
And coconut cream pie.
Usher? What are you talking about?
Yes,
you serious?
Yes.
That's funny.
Phil, you can't be telling me.
It's got Mr. Boombastic by Shaggy. It's pretty good.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me Usher and Donkey Kong had a crossover.
Yeah. It's true, dude. It's true. The first Donkey Konga was more like kid-friendly music and like the Pokemon anime theme song and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Would it have like
this one is rated T because it has like actual like pop music.
Oh.
To see.
I'm trying to guess the roster.
Guess the roster.
It's got like it says 25 new hits from pop and hip hop to R&B and dance.
Whoa.
I think that's Usher.
Naya, this is the game we gotta play. Like you have to experience Donkey Kong.
I gotta see this too.
Oh yeah.
Ursha, baby.
Oh, that's such a funny game.
It's the road.
Hey,
speaking.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but speaking of rhythm games,
oh,
my big pickup. This is the big one I've been really excited for. I'm a big rhythm game fan. I obviously love music a lot, and my favorite games would be like Rock Band and Guitar Hero. But nowadays, dude, it's so like tedious to set it up and
this is true.
Pull everything out of the closet just to play games, and it's like I really love rhythm games, and I still want one on my Switch, and I have some like Demo and Voez and even Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, but there's this one series, and I love it so much, and I never thought we would get it on Switch because I was so addicted to it on 3DS, dude. It's like one of my most top played games, and I'm gonna do it again. It's we got a new game in this series finally, and this is gonna be the final one according to them.
Oh,
Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line, dude.
Ooh.
They even put final in the title, damn.
Yeah.
Well, it's based on Final Fantasy. So
I'm hearing it's pure coincidence.
Pure coincidence that they're calling it Final Bar Line.
Because
the original games were called Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy.
Oh
yeah.
But they're not even calling it Final Fantasy. It's Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line. So the whole point is that it has over 385 songs from the entire Final Fantasy franchise. And then there's a crazy amount of DLC coming. Like I'm talking DLC from the Romancing Saga series, from The World Ends With You, from Nier, from Live Alive, from the Chrono series. Like there's a crazy amount of Square Enix titles that are going to be represented on this thing. And it's great. I was streaming this on Thursday. It's really good.
That was an interesting game looking at that. I was like, you said RPG theater.
It's an RPG rhythm game.
Yeah, I gotta ask Phil, someone who likes Guitar Hero, as far as just like the engagement, when we're dealing with something with like a controller setup, what's the like, aside from the large library and the DLC content coming in soon, what's like the biggest pull they would say for Theater Rhythm?
I think it's the addiction of trying to like just level up the character, because the more you play the songs, you can level it up. Like you level up your characters, and then the more you play the songs, you get better at it. And then you're like, well, I want to bump up the difficulty. And then
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
like I want to get better at the music. I want to go up. But this game has the RPG mechanics. So you have XP. You have like over 100 characters that you can try to level up to 99. And if you do that, they'll be at their max stats with the best like abilities that they can get. And then you can clear quests. It's essentially trying to unlock all of these other crazy things. Plus, specifically Theater Rhythm, it's a love letter. It's a love letter to the entire like catalog of music. True. And it's really well represented. So this version, compared to the others, adds Final Fantasy 15, which was not in the other games because obviously it wasn't out at the time. Added more tracks from some of the other games, like stuff that wasn't in the original games. And then just overall presentation. So it's a little bit based on the arcade game as far as I know. So there's a little bit more button inputs than normal. Like I was not used to doubles. And I was like, whoa, this is kind of weird. But apparently Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory is a spin-off of this series.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Melody of Memory actually has the same co-director that directed this game.
Crazy.
I'm gonna say it.
And then there's another Theater Rhythm game that exists, but we never got it. It's Theater Rhythm Dragon Quest. Yeah, we never got that game in the States.
Huh.
So, but dude, $50, I mean, it's worth.
For the whole history, essentially?
For like a musical history of Final Fantasy, it's so cool.
Wait, how many tracks?
385 off the package. Try the demo.
Yeah, they do have a demo.
Free, and there's 30 songs you can try on the demo.
30 songs.
That's it. That's actually nice.
And then your progress transfers over.
That's awesome.
Ew.
So you can actually play up until where you get the chest, where you get the key, and then that's it. But then you can unlock some of the other ones early on. Yep. So if you want to try the series, go ahead and play it. The demo. It's 30 songs off the bat right there, out of 385, but not including DLC. Because if you had all the DLC total, and they're calling it Season 1 DLC, so I don't even want to know what happens in Season 2. It's like 500 tracks, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh my god.
Season 1?
Is it as engaging as like Guitar Hero? I think that's kind of it's kind of unfair because Guitar Hero has like the more like popular music. On top of that, it's the guitar. Like it's
the interactiveness of that, having a guitar and putting in the feel of being in the whole setting of a band.
Exactly.
When you're just doing an RPG.
That's why I think it's a little unfair to compare the two. But if you're just like you just want a rhythm game, this is probably your best bet, other than Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory.
I don't know. That is a little strange. I mean, like they're only in the same category because they're rhythm games. I wouldn't want to say like. Yeah,
true.
Okay, I see what you mean though.
Great, it's a great game, dude. This is gonna be like. The more I play it, the more I'm like, this is gonna be one of my favorite Switch games. I can already tell you that. Like, off the bat, this is probably gonna be like a top 10 game for me on the Switch.
Oh.
Nice.
I absolutely love it. It's also on PS4, so if you want to go that route.
And a prediction.
Rip Xbox.
Yeah, rip Xbox, dude. I don't understand. I don't understand all the Final Fantasy love they gave with Crisis Core on Xbox, but hey, Theater Rhythm, screw that. Xbox can't have good things. Like what?
Is it at least available on? Dare I say Steam?
It is on Steam.
Okay, all right. There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction. Let me make a note of this in my phone.
Okay.
And this is just because the top 10 list or whatever, right? Because I know you guys have been doing it for a minute as far as like the top 10s at the end of the year for your Switch games and everything.
Okay, yeah, I have all my games that I've beaten written down so far.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm just
actually while I'm at it, I might as well update that right now.
I want to make a little prediction. Where it's specifically for Tears of the Kingdom.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make a prediction on everybody's list, including mine. Maybe Mark, if we need to get him a Switch.
No, yes.
Mark has
a Switch.
I don't know. Sometimes I want to make sure he has everything. Also,
Mark literally has he plays.
What you mean?
Yeah, Mark plays Switch and Xbox. That's his
Switch, Xbox, and now PC.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. I'm gonna make a prediction on where you guys are gonna put Tears of the Kingdom on your list out of like 1 through 10.
Okay, I got the note down here.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Let me kind of answer that right now. It depends on
number 3 for you, Phil.
I don't know.
3.
Here's the thing.
A whole year, it's gonna be fun.
It depends. You know how many games are coming out this year, dude?
That's what I'm saying.
It depends on a couple of factors. One, is Starfield going to be good?
Oh, yeah.
Is Starfield actually going to be good? Because if it's going to be good, I don't know, dude. That's an original IP, and quite frankly, no, for Xbox.
Yeah.
I was saying Switch games. I'm talking about top
Switch games. Oh, yeah, it's going to be number 1.
There we go.
Number 1?
Well, I mean, Pikmin 4 is coming out, so that's yet to be seen.
Yeah.
Because you're peeking out again.
All right, so look. Anyway, I'm saying,
my God,
concerning all Switch games, right?
Switch games. Oh, you're talking about top 10, period.
Yeah, like
by the end of its life cycle.
Yeah, well, no, just at the end of this year.
Oh, okay. Thank God. Because you were gonna ask me to compare Tears of the Kingdom to Breath of the Wild. I'm not sure.
If we do like a cycle of the Switch games list, that's gonna be nuts. That's like first party stuff, right? But
I mean, my top 10 includes stuff like East 8, so I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, well, then of course Mario Odyssey, right?
Mario Odyssey is still my favorite Switch game. Yes.
That's true.
Breath of the Wild still. Yeah,
Breath of the Wild is great. I love Zelda. I resonate more with Mario Odyssey. That's just me.
That's fair.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild is still my favorite Switch game. Straight up, is great.
I feel it.
I probably do.
Yeah, so
like Mario Odyssey, I just honestly, it's kind of hard because like I do think there are better games than Mario Odyssey on Switch. I just resonate with Mario Odyssey so much to the point where it's like that is my favorite Switch game. Like to this day, it's came out in 2017, and to this day, no game has toppled it.
It is.
I would say games that got close would be like East 8, would be like trying to remember, Metroid Dread is up there right now. Those games got close, but Odyssey is just, it's so pure. It's pure bliss to me. I play it every year.
Yeah, you do that. That's great. You say about his asshole? What? Mark?
He said he plays it every year. I'm like, it's a tradition in their household.
It is a tradition in my house to play. I usually play Mario 3 once a year, and I play Mario Odyssey once a year. But Mario 3 this year, I'm going to do the Game Boy Advance version since it's on Switch.
Oh, okay.
That's my excuse. Because I've actually beaten Mario 3 on the NES app. I've beaten it on the Super Nintendo app with All Stars. So I'm just going to do it again on Game Boy Advance. Am I a menace? Yes.
Oh.
Did I already beat Mario Land 2? Yes, 100% of that game already. Did I like I'm not lying to you.
There's more?
Since I actually like those games came out, let me pull up this list right here. I already beat I'm 100%ing WarioWare, but I already beat the game technically.
Oh, that's great.
I already 100%ed Mario Land 2, I 100%ed Kirby's Dream Land, and there's no real way to beat Tetris.
Yeah.
So I just marked Tetris.
Never ending game.
It's just like a firm handshake.
I purposely mentioned on like a paragraph that's on like a parentheses that says not a real way to beat it. So yeah. So it's I don't know. I think Mario Odyssey is my favorite Switch game though.
That's fair.
For sure. There just isn't a game to me that is as fun.
Please?
Wait, Bowser's Fury came kind of close, but it's too short.
Yeah. Understandable.
Mario.
And you have to you actually consider that completely separate from the entire bundle.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, I have to consider that separately because Mario 3D World is a fantastic game. The Switch version is the best way to play it. But it's just not Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
So,
it's not Mario Odyssey.
It's not Mario Odyssey. I love the game. I have a very special place in my heart for that game because it's the first game I ever beat with Katrina.
Nice.
But
yeah. See it? Nice.
So I'm hoping Tears of the Kingdom is that good, dude. We'll see. They're asking $70, so it's better be that good.
True.
And probably gonna be number 2 for Justin.
I wonder what number 1 would be then.
Oh, I feel like there's gonna be like some
this year, right? This year. So far, my favorite Switch game is Theater Rhythm, but that's yet to be seen because I haven't played Fire Emblem Engage.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah,
I didn't get to pick it up. Yeah, I didn't get to pick up Fire Emblem Engage. I know Metroid Prime Remastered. I'm getting it next week, alongside Octopath Traveler 2.
Oh, I forgot that was even the first one.
Yeah, so it's like there's that. Advance Wars comes out in April. Bayonetta Origins is March.
That's gonna be
That's what I'm saying. There's also like RPG wise, Atelier Rise of 3's in March.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The next Trails game is also in March.
Trails
to Azure, yeah, the second of the Crossbell duology. So,
let's see. 10 list.
I definitely have my sights on a couple Switch games this year, especially if Professor Layton does make it this year.
I think
it's over.
Okay, hold on.
Mark, you might go with like number 4 or 5.
Mark, have you played Breath of the Wild?
Nope.
Really? Oh, right. He's not. Yeah, okay. He hates Zelda.
I just never really played it.
Yeah, that's a stance.
Never mind. Here I am going off the assumption that you have played Breath of the Wild.
Mark's favorite Switch game at this point is probably just Pokemon. The question is which one?
Oh, one with the.
Well, I mean, you also forget Smash.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, he does preach that a lot.
Never heard of her. Hold on. Let me see. What I think, and I'm guessing for myself. I think Tears of the Kingdom might be number 2.
For you?
Yeah.
What would your one be?
With the space that we have in this year, I'm considering. I'd probably just say
it's Sifu.
All Switch games. It's on the Switch. Is it on the Switch?
It is on the Switch.
It is getting a Switch.
It's number 1, baby. What are we doing here?
I heard the version's pretty good.
Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of being number 2. Yeah, we get Sifu right the fuck now. Wait, no, I'm not doing it.
Oh no!
No. Let's see what happens. This is gonna be fun. I like the idea of mashing around because everybody's talking about the most anticipated game of the year, right?
It's Tears of the Kingdom.
Right. So I'm just like, let's see where it goes in on this list.
Yeah,
it is the Elden Ring this year because it's the problem. The problem that Breath of the Wild had is that it reinvented what an open world game could be. And that's really hard to replicate, but Elden Ring did it.
Elden Ring is great.
Elden Ring essentially took what Breath of the Wild was, open world wise, and bumped it up to 100.
Crazy, yeah.
So Tears of the Kingdom essentially has to be at the very least half as good as Elden Ring.
Yeah.
To make Game of the Year this year, because this year it's not competing against something like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So,
one thing I'm gonna give to Elden Ring, most of the stuff that happens with the game that makes it really fun is the different kind of builds you can have. So magic or physical or like even some of the crazy
the
Dark
Souls mechanic stuff.
Basically, right? Because that's an extra.
Someone beat it with a dance pad.
Yeah.
She was amazing.
While she was actually playing the other one.
Yeah, Miss Mike is great. I remember
she's crazy.
I caught her on her one-handed challenge, and then I started watching her more. I was like, why is she such a savant at this damn game?
Why is she so cracked?
It's crazy.
Why is she so goated?
What I'm thinking of when it comes to like things that sets them apart, right? As far as like the appeal for Zelda and what I liked about it, of course the open world part of it and everything, but they add like these little touches where like the things you get to find in the game, like the Koroxes and like all the little puzzles and like the little fun stuff you could find in the game, and little hints of stuff that could be a reference to a game before, all the other interesting things you could find, right? You can say that you have like the environmental storytelling that most From Software games with Dark Souls that they do. The biggest part that top of the bills, biggest part of that is that so many cool different ways you could beat enemies considering what you can do in Elden Ring, but then also they have that same give and take too. Because I noticed when you're fighting an enemy who's like, oh man, physically you fight this guy with like just a big sword, you're gonna have an issue. So you think magic's gonna be the thing. This thing has a counter to that as well. Like the first boss you fight, the Sentinel looks like he's just all physical, swinging a big accent, has a shield and a horse, by the way.
Right.
Then out of nowhere, you try using magic arrows. He reflects magic.
Yeah.
It's like, it's already safeguarded. You're done. So
he said, you think I didn't think this through?
Right. The crazy challenges that you get from like the From Software stuff. So that the big accomplishment of overcoming a challenge.
I was gonna say that's not what makes Elden Ring so special, though.
Just wait till Armored Core. They were talking about it recently.
Yeah, but
they've been talking about how they're the customization of your mechs and everything. Oh, that's gonna play a big part and stuff.
Man, Armored Core, man, I cannot wait for Armored Core. It's been so long.
Sounds pretty interesting.
I was gonna say the thing about Elden Ring, what makes it so damn special, though, it's the same idea why Breath of the Wild was so good. It's the sense of discovery. It's everything.
Oh my god, yeah.
The developers already thought about it. They were 10 steps ahead of you. that tree that looks kind of weird. Obviously, there's got to be something there.
Something to it, yeah.
It's a natural thing in your head that you're like, I gotta see. There's got to be something there, and there is, and it's like it rewards you for it.
Yeah.
Elden Ring does the same thing. It rewards you for that exploration.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so good. So Tears of the Kingdom has to do that on a bigger map.
I would like to say that the biggest the draw, is just that it feels so incomprehensibly like larger than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
That you can't really What
am I playing? The fucking victim?
That you just kind of sit there and you're like, I don't know if let's just start walking.
Yep.
Let's just start walking.
It's so huge, but everywhere you go, there is something. And that's what makes Elden Ring so special. It's a big open world with actual reason to explore. It's not like any other open world game where it's like a Ubisoft open world game where all it is like, hey, here's this objective. Hope you like walking there. That's it.
Bold of you to assume that I didn't already go and get all the fast travel points.
No, that's actually fair. Yeah, you know, I've always wondered if that's something that they've already done before. You guys, has anyone played Bloodborne?
I still have it, but I haven't.
Still haven't. I know that's your favorite game of all time, but yes, no, I haven't.
So, with all that in mind, I was thinking of like all the things that they do when you discover things. I think maybe it's like the environmental storytelling that they do a little bit more, as far as like what they have over Breath of the Wild, I guess, because when you find something in Breath of the Wild, it's more of like, you know, secrets and puzzles and like little Korok seeds and collectibles, right? Something that adds to what you can benefit later, right?
The thing is, that's what Zelda was always built on.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's their distinction when it comes to discovery.
Zelda was built on save the princess.
He's in the car.
Of discovery when it comes to like software. When I was thinking like there's this thing that you do. One of the things that happens in Bloodborne. There's a person you talk to in her house. She's just like, first of all, she's by herself. She's scared. She's wondering where her folks are at. Mm-hmm. More or less, you end up finding out what happens as you go in, because one of the people you have to fight is her dad, the boss. That I think he's a hunter who ends up becoming like one of the beasts that they're actually hunting.
Something like that.
So that is like you find all these connections and you can piece together based off what you can do. And one of the things she does, she gives you a music box. She talks about her dad. So you get a music box. If you play that music box during the fight, you like stun him for a second. Because that's messing with his head. Like, that's my daughter's music box. Like stuff like that. Like it meshes with what you're doing in the game.
You know what game? Crazy. You know what game that reminds me of? And you're gonna think it's wild, but they did that with Paper Mario 1000 Year Door.
Yeah.
Where like if you had you get a random badge that has a sound effect that's a cricket, and it's like, why would you use this badge? That's dumb. All it does is change the sound effect of your jump, like when your attack hit to crickets.
Yeah.
But if you use it against the first boss,
Hooktail,
Hooktail is disgusted by it.
Hates it.
Oh, I
hate
stuns him.
And so you literally, it stuns him. And I'm like, wow. When you were describing that, I was like, wait a minute. That's literally Paper Mario.
It's such a cool detail though. With stuff that seems like very small or like minute or whatever, right? It doesn't seem relative. It has so much impact, and it's like, oh man, you would have thought.
East Book 1 and 2 do that too.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this.
Yeah, like the very final boss of East 1, it tells you that, like in the beginning of the game, it tells you like the big bad guy hates silver. Like it's the silver armor is special, but there is an armor that's better than the silver.
So of course you go for it.
Yeah, you're gonna use that the whole time. But when you get to the boss and you don't have the silver equipped, because you can't change equipment during battle,
you're screwed. That's it.
Screwed. The boss will literally kill you, and you're like, huh?
You have to think by like
pretty fly.
Hey.
And if you have silver, the boss is a cakewalk. It's
stuff like that. Storyline following, stuff like that, little details to add in to give more substance to what you're doing. Stuff like that is always great. Look for it. Love it. But yeah, man. Some two heavy hitters. I wonder though, could there be a game as far as like something that competes with has been announced, I guess.
For
Tears of the Kingdom?
That's tough.
So far, I mean, like the only potential there is like what, like Starfield and a couple other things.
Starfield.
And that
I think my prediction for Game of the Year nominees this year, it's going to be Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield, Hogwarts Legacy, Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Oh, that's right. Ooh.
That's out this year?
That's out this year, fall.
Oh, baby,
that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of good games coming out this year. That's why you can't tell me.
It's also Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor is a big one this year too. I don't know if that's going to be nominated. I don't know if it's going to be nominated compared to the other games, but it could.
It looks really good.
It does look really good.
I really enjoyed their last game because that was very good.
That's a good marriage between that and the Souls. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there was anything big.
To be honest, I'm glad I only set it to just like your top 10 Switch games of this year. Because good lord.
Yeah. If it's Switch games, then yeah, I think Tears of the Kingdom is going to be pretty.
Might sweep. Yeah.
It might sweep for sure.
I want to see. It's going to be fun. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I forgot about those games.
Yeah, if you're talking all their consoles, yeah, dude, it's a big year.
Oh man. Also, guys. Are you guys planning on playing Hogwarts Legacy? Because to be honest, I didn't care. Then I started
controversy.
Yeah, right. Well, that stuff is stupid. My 2 cents is already fair because the people who talk about coming down on people for a game that could support somebody who does all that stuff. But
my 2 cents.
Hold on. Okay, but hold on. With this in mind, when people get so amped about standing up for something that's supposed to be a just cause, they don't realize that they're already stepping on their own argument. They're throwing stones from glass houses when they do stuff like that because you're already inadvertently doing something like that to support something you may not do on a regular basis. But since the game is so concentrated and you have somebody to point at, that's what makes them feel like they can do something that's like, oh, I'm doing something for a purpose and for good morals. While they're over here on Twitter. I saw a video who pointed that out, like a guy who did a skit of that. And I was like, this verbatim is what they do. So people who are out here sniping or bullying people, first of all, what they're going to say? Oh, Leviosa, get out of here. That's what I'm going to say if they ever do stuff like that. And I only started thinking about this game because it actually looks interesting.
That's the problem. It looks fun. Really damn good. It got good reviews. It's 9s and 10s across the board.
There's been it's especially been a big issue in the VTubing community. There's been so many rating certain VTubers. I know Silver Veil, she's a big VTuber, and she got people rated and bullied her to the point that she cried on stream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what the problem is? The problem is that the game is good, and let me just say this. Let me just say this point. We can't control what you buy.
Yeah.
If you want to buy the game, buy the game. If you don't. It's that simple. If you're gonna boycott it, then boycott it. But I also don't want to see the people who are gonna boycott this game. You know what? I just realized Diablo 4 comes out this year. If you're gonna buy Diablo 4,
okay. Yeah,
great segue. I was gonna say, dude, the same people who are boycotting this game better boycott Diablo 4. I better not see them playing that game.
This is what I say. That's what you said. It's either buy the game, don't buy the game, and you know what? Hey, if you don't support it, that's fine. Just shut the fuck up.
Don't bully people. Don't bully people, dude. I have friends in the LGBTQ community who are
playing the game.
Who are playing the game because they resonate with Harry Potter. Like,
yeah,
they made friends because of this franchise.
Some interesting thing about that.
It's like me and Nintendo. Like that's just how I made friends. With video games.
Yes, it's just the stuff, man. I was just like, it's not worth it. If you guys want to play the game, definitely go for it, right?
Yep.
Because there's so
I
many.
I had a coworker at work that's a huge Harry Potter fan. He's just got the game, but like beforehand, he was like, I don't know if I should pick it up because of everything. I was like, dude, play the game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I was like, it's a product in and of itself that can support people. Like the argument I heard that actually helped it more was you're helping out the people who developed the game.
Exactly.
And all that stuff. That shows them like a piece of what they took the time to make for people.
It's almost legitimately Bayonetta 3.
It's
yeah,
pretty much.
It's just his stuff.
So I just thought about
that. We didn't need all the headaches and all that.
If you want my personal opinion on the game, I'm not like the biggest Harry Potter fan. I mean, I watch the movies and whatnot, but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, I'm the biggest Harry Potter fan you've ever seen.
Nah. Yeah, they had to miss me with that. To be honest, I was like, I remember at one point, what the heck is a Slytherin? But yeah, all that.
What is
stuff.
a
But anyway, yeah.
But if you're,
What
if
is
you're
a
gonna sit
Slytherin?
here and show the game to me, it looks cool. I want to play it. I just don't want to pay $70.
That's fair.
I'll buy it at a cheaper rate. It's a Warner Brothers game. I'll get it at a cheaper deal.
Yeah, it'll eventually go down.
Yeah,
I'll play it. It looks cool. I just don't want to play it day one.
You know what? I wasn't thinking about. I didn't think about it like that. Like it's a Warner Brothers game. I was just thinking. Franchise wise, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, so I'm not running out the gate to get it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I would wait for the price to drop because of that fact.
Yeah. Same reason as I have this one now, Red Dead 2.
Yeah, Red Dead. Okay.
It's just
Funny.
like I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I'm not really a Harry Potter fan either. I haven't even watched the movies.
Whoa.
Like I've seen
Whoa.
Some of them.
Oh, okay. You need to leave.
I've seen some parts of the movies.
Mark, your mic is dim again.
Okay, hold on. Let me say this.
Which
I've
is
seen some of the
great.
parts of the movies. I've seen some of the parts of the movies, but I've never seen any of the movies entirely.
Mhm.
However,
Interesting.
if you look at it from a logical standpoint, people who are rating and bullying people because of this are fucking stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
They ain't got enough time to do something that actually makes sense.
Not saying that you can't feel upset. I understand
Yeah.
your reasons.
Yeah.
That's
Look-
fair. That's fair. But if you're gonna go and take that on other people that have nothing to do with this and say that they are bad people because they're playing this game, you are just assuming you're basically just assuming what they feel. You're not like they might be playing the game because they like Harry Potter.
I was gonna say, like, I'm not sitting here agreeing with the horrid bitch. Like, I'm just saying, like,
You say
it's a-
horrid?
horrid bitch. Yeah. I'm not sitting here agreeing with what she says. That's terrible. I don't agree with that at all.
That's a good word for it, actually. I didn't think about horrid.
But I'm not gonna like. First of all, think about it this way: everybody who's going to Nintendo World right now, you just paid a ticket to Universal Studios. Do you know what's at Universal Studios?
Harry Potter.
Hogwarts.
Exactly. like, come on now.
There's so many factors that work against the argument, so it's like just enjoy the game.
Yeah.
It's just like when they sit there and they sit there and they come in. It's like, yeah, I get you're upset, but you gotta realize when you come in there doing that and acting like you're in the right, I'm gonna say I'm sorry, but you're not.
Oh, that's like counter. That's
Yeah,
counter,
what is that? What is that saying? To like
saying you
not white knighting it, but like
virtue
That's
signaling.
pretty
I think it
close.
is.
it's like something close to that.
One, I felt like I thought they were the same thing, but yeah, you know,
It's basically. I mean, you could consider it with some people it's virtue signaling. You consider it with other people it's brown nosing. You consider other people it's brownie points.
yeah, no, yeah,
People wanting to say that, oh, look at me, I'm standing up for a good cause, and they're getting carried away with it
Yeah.
to the point where they're just harassing people.
that doesn't make any sense. Okay, hold on.
They trying to Thanos snap people.
Yeah, before we harp on it too long, I think it's just so goofy. Talk about being a good person while doing some shit like that. It's so stupid.
Dude.
It's so stupid.
Yep.
You see that shit all the time.
It's
So
true.
crazy to me. And it's like you want to stop it. It's like kill it with kindness, mess, but we're gonna
Yeah.
kill it with aggression. It doesn't make any sense.
We're more of an MLK crowd. They maybe more of a Malcolm X.
Oh no, not even. They're
Absolutely not, Mark.
like,
Let's not go there.
not
I know,
even.
I'm just joking because I heard that somewhere.
I feel like I think I know what you're talking about though, but yeah, that's just goofy.
I heard that on the Proud Family because they brought the Proud Family back,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and they were talking about there's this guy that liked Zoe simply because she was a white girl and the other girls were all
Oh
mad about that.
right. I've seen that clip
God.
before.
I heard about this scene.
And the
Yeah,
mom
that was
said,
good.
well, Martin Luther King once said, and he's like, hey, you see Oscar come out, baby, I think we should stay out of this. This is more of a Malcolm X crowd, and we should probably stay with it as far away as possible.
Malcolm X crowd is goofy.
That's where I was
That's
like,
it.
yeah. I mean, Malcolm X was more aggressive.
Yeah, but still, with all that stuff going on, I'll probably buy that game when it's like $40.
I think 30 is the sweet spot for me, but
That's fair.
Ooh.
that's just me. That game is worth
Yeah.
70. I'm just saying I have so
Feels
many other
like
games to
what
play this month.
I want to pay.
Well,
For
my,
free.
my original plan was to only pick up Theater Rhythm and Octopath this month. I'm not even picking up Kirby day one.
Oh no.
I would have liked to have gotten Wild
There's
Cards, but I
so
have
many.
money.
There's so many games.
Isn't
I
that Game
can't
Pass
just
now?
choose them all.
It's
No,
on
it's not
Game Pass.
It's oh wow.
Hold on.
Huh.
Be honest, I really should. I'm about, you know, after we're done here, I gotta just make a note of like the games I'm actually gonna like buy because I haven't been doing it. I've been setting up a bunch of other stuff, but
Sure.
I gotta see the new games I have to buy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wanted just Theater Rhythm and Octopath this month, but then Metroid Prime drops, and I'm like, well, I gotta get that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I gotta get that pretty soon. Also,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just I had just to make the choice. I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it.
Like next month, I'm as much as I want to pick up Atelier Ryza 3, I have to put my money on Trails. I love the Trail series, so
that trail just keeps getting longer.
It's going to, yeah.
It has to be.
Well, Trails is done. It's officially done. The Trails name series is done.
Oh, I guess they are kind of ahead of themselves.
They're re-releasing a game we just never got.
The Dusty Trail.
Yeah, it's like Trails into Reverie is the final Trails game.
Okay, hold on. All right,
it's kind of crazy.
Like topics the topics we do have to cover, right?
Oh yeah.
Bro, we've been on games for nearly 2 hours.
I know, but the thing is, the topics that we're going to cover wouldn't have made a long show anyways. That's the thing, because most of us haven't seen Quantumania until later.
Just true.
I was gonna say and then what is it?
JoJo Lands isn't going. JoJo Lands is only one chapter. We can only assume so much.
I stopped at half. So
oh my god!
Look, hold on. Okay.
So let's do Quantumania. Justin, you just came out of watching Quantumania today.
Yeah, like a little over 2 hours ago.
Nice. How was it? General, no spoiler review. How was it?
It's fun. It's revisiting like an old cast character with new circumstances as they tried to like bring up a threat that we are all familiar with at this point, and trying to like tie a nice little bow knot while trying to also like pander to like possible stuff happening in the future.
As it should.
Well, considering it's the opening of Phase 5, right?
Yeah.
How was it as a setup?
I think it's pretty decent. Like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like you're in it for the character, you're in it for like the cool action, if anything, the CGI stuff, and it just does a good job just kind of introducing such a character and then giving you an idea of like what that possible threat leads to, which is pretty huge.
It's a multi, as we've seen for people who watched Loki, it's a multi-universal threat.
Yeah. I will say though that they did a really good job with like the main antagonist in this one, because you feel like he's kind of a big, in a way, a bigger threat than Thanos in a certain way. Yeah, I would say that.
He spans more than one universe.
What's going on? I can't hear you.
No, you're peeking again.
I can't hear you.
Justin.
Yeah.
Well, tell the crowd what you did today.
What? Are you?
Expose him!
Expose him!
So, just to clarify, Marvel usually has like a mid-credits and end credits scene. I skipped end credits.
Man didn't stick around for it. He committed blasphemy.
Guys, I'm sorry if I'm on a busy schedule. I rushed over here. I was expecting.
He's like, oh Lord, he skipped the last thing you should have paid for.
Everyone, just to clarify that everyone in chat, we've been giving him shit for the whole time, like in Messenger, like.
I heard it more from Phil. I was like, oh, sorry, not Phil. Mark.
It's Mark. Mark has been giving him complete shit, but everybody's put their 2 cents in.
I give him a little bit. I didn't give him that much.
That's pretty good though.
Because I was like, I mean, if you think about it, you always stick around for the end. So like,
this is true. But
leave. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
I knew what I was doing. Like, I knew it was going to be something where I'm going to see some end credits that are like inconsequential to like what's going to happen in the later plots, but I'd still watch it because of entertainment. I was just like tied up to like go pick up stuff and then like meet over here.
I was hearing like you said he had pickups to do after the movie, and then he was gonna go.
I was trying to I tried to manage it as best as possible, so I knew what was going on. I had to weigh my options. I was like, people are gonna talk about it. If not, it's not a big deal. What was important was that mid-credit scene. That was like, I got that at least.
But yeah, that's cool though. Oh well, now you're peeking again.
I can't believe you and I. I was gonna sweep that under the rug.
That was great.
Put me on spotlights like the beginning of Persona 5.
Oh my god.
Start skating in the freeway.
But overall, what I was gonna ask you best Phase 5 movie. Of course, it's the only one yet.
It's the only one.
Yeah.
Top Phase 5 movie, bro. Nothing competes.
How about let's just say this. Out of all three of the Ant-Man movies, where do you put it?
Okay, I don't. Well, oh man, dude.
I don't remember the other movies.
That's kind of the problem.
Whoa, wait a minute. Ant-Man 1 is really good.
I liked Ant-Man 1, but man, dude. I don't know. It's tough because, like, for me, like, Ant-Man is, like, as a character, is unforgettable. Everything surrounding him, aside from, like, his immediate family and, like, Hank and, like, Hope, like, those are memorable. Everything that happens around them.
No.
I'm like,
where are you
but
doing?
No. It might be because
hoping that's not going to be what you said, and I was like, "Oh no, it is."
That's great.
like I have to think about it because Ant-Man 3 like does a good job just kind of like touch, and also it's because I just watched it, so therefore like it's easy to remember everything now. But I think the stakes and the world that they paint out for this one is really good. But now I gotta wonder, like, wait, I did just forget about like those other characters in like the second movie, the actual like antagonists that got
Ghost?
snapped. Yeah, Ghost. What happened to her?
She's doing things.
They're probably, but definitely not in this movie.
Oh my goodness.
They are doing somewhere. She's gonna be in Thunderbolts.
Oh, fair. That's fair. I'll remember her then.
No,
Maybe.
not that I'll remember it then. No.
It's like, I'll keep it in mind.
Well,
Keep
Ant-Man
it
and the
under
Wasp,
advisement.
or Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. There you go.
I like
like
how, yeah, it's a
3
lot
out
of
of
fun.
5.
It's a lot of fun. They carry like a Pacific like mole sword to it. Yeah.
I'll be right back. But anybody want to start JoJo? Go ahead. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Wait, have you read?
I'm
JoJo,
lost
Justin?
here. I'm lost here. So
We'll wait for Phil to get back because he and I are the only ones who could really say
Yeah.
shit on it.
because I only know JoJo for the memes. Oh, hold on. What was that?
Ever really read read or watched JoJo's?
I've only watched like I watched the first part of JoJo, and I couldn't.
But you didn't watch
Oh.
part 2?
Not part 2. No, the one with like what was it? What's his name at that point?
Jonathan?
Joseph?
No, isn't Jonathan the first one?
Yeah,
Jonathan's the first.
JoJo.
Who's the next one after Joseph?
Joseph.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I finished all of Jonathan's stuff. I just need to get into like Joseph stuff. It's just like it's just really hard to like stick with it.
Jonathan's is like the weakest to most people.
Yeah, and it's understandable.
I believe so. Yeah.
Like, and for a lot of people, part 2 is like the best.
Gotcha.
Part 2 or part 3 are usually end up being people's favorites.
It's such because I think what is it? 3 I think was the longest.
Yeah, Stardust
so.
Crusaders.
Stardust Crusaders was longer. Man, yeah. As far as like that's a funny like spectrum though. The worst is first, and then the second is the best. So that's weird.
Yeah, typically it's the other way around. But I think as far as storytelling, just like painting it out initially, yeah. No, I think I see it.
They're pretty solid for what it was trying to go off of. Like this whole family long generational battle between this blonde who ate the dog is crazy.
Yeah, I will say, like when he got to that point when he was confronting like this big Scooby like dog, I was like, oh, he did not just. Okay, all right, the motivation's there.
See, because here's the thing. Dio's a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
he is a fucking menace.
Which is why I'm glad he's a villain that kind of like shows up here and there.
Every sense of the word, he's like meant to just be unlikable.
Okay.
Charisma, like if anything, his charisma makes him funny.
Also, hello, Electric.
Man, he's terrible.
But he is a very popular villain.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait.
I think it's because he's so extra. I love it.
Hey, wait, you see in the chat?
When people think of JoJo, one of the first things they'll mention is
JoJo.
I mentioned Dio.
Dio. Wait. I
don't want to go too off of a tangent. There's somebody in the chat who brought up 2 series I haven't seen myself, but I heard they're great. Let's see, Blood Blockade Battlefront and Bungo Stray Dogs.
Blood Blockade is pretty.
Bungo Stray Dogs.
Bungo Stray Dogs. I've seen seasons 1 through 3.
I've only seen clips of Blood Blockade Battlefront. That mess looks funny and cool.
It's fun.
Friend of ours really likes it. He watched it a while ago.
At least I think I've seasons 1 through 2 of Bungo Stray Dogs for sure. I might have watched season 3.
Yeah. So I mean, my thing is for like a selling point with JoJo's. If you really like, I mean, it's in the name. All that wild, like abstract eccentric mess, you're gonna enjoy the series. Because a lot of these cats, like there's excessive dialogue. The way they talk is like always flamboyant. Like they always just go off and just be super extra. They're extra people. Like they're like runway with no runway. Like they keep posing. Like everybody you could be talking and he's like bruh. Like I'm talking about a dog here. Like who knows? And everybody's built like a freaking sculpture. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was gonna say, so with that in mind, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is my favorite anime series.
Bill's a big JoJo fan.
I fucking love this series.
With the music stuff, too, it's great.
It's the music. It's the music motif, and for me, it's the music motif. The art style is so vibrant compared to any other anime I've seen or manga. Honestly, it's so outrageous, and there's just nothing quite like JoJo, and that's why I like it so much.
That's fair.
It really does stand out. Everybody's super eccentric in that.
Yeah.
The thing about JoJo that made me laugh when someone said like, "JoJo fan, let me to show you. This guy is so hot." They proceed to show me the ugliest man I've ever seen.
Yep, I've seen that meme too.
Hold on, yeah, I know that's a contention with JoJo's. Even like Sephi said it.
Yeah, Sephi's not about it.
Art style is like, but also remember like how
Sephi doesn't really care for JoJo, huh?
Yeah, she's like, I hate that art style.
Yeah.
Like what is
Which is funny.
If you guys remember like how JoJo's was, because this is an old series, like what?
Yeah, it's like in the 80s.
Side by side.
It started on Dragon Ball Z.
No, Dragon Ball, side by side.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball?
Yeah,
you're right.
Dragon Ball was 84, 85.
It was crazy to know that. So, also in the chat, Electric Maestro?
Yes.
I think based off of how you're describing the stuff you appreciate in the series, I think you would like JoJo's a lot. See yourself. Because I'm not keen on a character that showed no emotion or... Oh, yeah, no, man, this series is definitely like extra. It's all over with how people react and expressions. They'll like, what's funny about that? They'll have like kind of stone face expressions, but then like when you get them in those very extra moments, especially like I think of
piece of paper.
Like,
What's this piece of paper?
Oh, that's part 4.
What?
That is part 4.
What I had talked about is part 2.
Oh
sorry.
So like part 2, like when they get, it's such an interesting series, bro.
Tequila Joseph.
Oh, dude, Tequila Joseph was funny. I'm also thinking of like
you can get Tequila Joseph mousepad.
And when yeah, that's a real thing.
Don't bring that up. You can get one Tequila Joseph. Bring it up. I would get that for Phil as a gift.
Hey, hold on.
Oh my god.
Not to be over exaggerated, but if a character has emotion, they should show it. Okay, so I'm reading off of what Electric Maestro saying in the chat. Over exaggerated. Get that in this series. There are some emotional moments, like I think of part 2.
There's a lot of emotional moments.
Jesus!
Oh.
And then even I guess you could say that in part 1.
Part 1 is all emotion. Like
yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
this is like the startup. It's the foundation of everything.
But I also think that it's interesting because realistically, part 1 and 2 are like the Dragon Ball of the series.
They are.
And then you get to part 3 and it's the Z. Like everyone knows part 3. That is the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that everyone knows of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially since that's the only one we got in the West back in the day was part 3.
That's fair. I didn't even know
in the 90s they did the original anime, and that's the version we got.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Even to the point where Capcom made the fighting game based on 3.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
I forgot Capcom did a game with them.
They did the original JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fighting game, which is a great game. I just don't have a copy of it.
Yeah,
I wish I did, but it's expensive.
Oh yeah, I see you. Also, Electric Maestro, I get what you mean. That's a good point. I'm angry. Okay, I could just be angry then. What is it, like, writing out your emotions by verbalizing it? This is corny. But what is it?
I'm so mad.
Like, right?
I'm so mad.
Hold on. The way I found out about JoJo's was interesting.
Memes.
Because it was like,
yeah. No, that's me specifically.
no, it was like
found JoJo through memes.
It's great.
Playing, I was playing what's his face? I was playing Jump Ultimate Stars because I got I got a DS.
Oh yeah.
From my brother because mine had busted, so he gave me one that his friend was like, I don't need it, and it had the game in it. So of course, it was never put out here, so it was
import. That's cool.
Yeah, it was all in Japanese, so I didn't know what was going on. I mean, I watched a decent amount of anime, so I was like, oh, dude, that means fire. So I was like reading all the stuff out, but then I didn't realize all these series were under Jump. So I started finding out about like Hunter x Hunter, Niku, or what is it called? It's like this kid with a snapback and a big tongue. The context is crazy, but there's that.
I'm trying to think of what it is you just said.
Yeah, right, and then you'll be all right. Don't worry about it. And then One Piece, Dragon Ball, Naruto. What the heck else was a part? Like Prince of Tennis. I didn't realize that was shown in
Prince of Tennis.
Yeah, like all this stuff was there, and then that's why I found out about JoJo's a little bit more because I seen the characters, but I never knew what they were. Because like I would play as the characters and just find out the movesets. When I found out you could stop out time, I was like, all right, I gotta see what the heck is going on in the series because I don't know why he's able to do that. Why is he standing with like his back like this?
Why is he arched back?
Why is he like a whole obtuse angle? But like, and then you find out he's 16. But then all this other stuff is crazy.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like this show is like over the top, and I enjoy watching it. So I would say like a series like that. I mean, if you definitely like all that extra stuff because they make it work. They make that extra stuff work if you're into it.
This is I discovered the series back in the day where it was I was getting into Persona. I was getting into Persona back in the day, and I was like, okay, like Persona series, like this is around 4 was kind of brand new for PS2.
Crazy.
And I had played the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fighting game by Capcom, but I never knew it was an actual anime. I kind of assumed because I was like, well, there's never been another one, right? Yeah. So I looked it up, and then I was like, oh, this is kind of like Persona because they have stands and shit, like.
Oh my god!
That's how I made the connection.
I see it.
Great. You've gotten that from JoJo.
Yeah, and so I actually read the manga.
Oh, they got stands.
The anime. So I read the manga up until I think at that point, part 8 was like the latest one, and it was like they hadn't even finished part 8.
Oh yeah.
So I read through almost the entire thing, and then they started remaking the anime later on in life.
Mm-hmm.
Starting from part 1, and so I was like, "Oh, this is cool," and I just kept going. Yeah,
it was interesting.
So I just kept up with the remakes of the animes, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I really do like JoJo. It's good.
I mean,
that was cool.
A big point of contention in the fan base is Hamon versus Stans.
Oh yeah, I do hear about that. Not in detail.
Like, wait, Hamon was like the energy of using sunlight, right? Converting your energy into sunlight. Basically, a plant.
It's like chi. No, it wasn't like sunlight completely.
Photosynthesis.
I guess it's a little bit.
Because like that's what they used to fight against Dio when he was a vampire, and vampires are weak against sunlight.
Yeah, that's what they used against the Pillarmen.
Yeah, because Pillarmen were vampires as well.
Yeah, so like it was an interesting way of how they like embedded the IT because it is chi. But then they embedded it with like the sense of like sunlight against vampires.
Yeah,
I'm reborn. I'm throwing away my humanity and stuff like that. But yeah, it was interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Serious. But you know what? Between Hamon and is there a part where they start using both? Why don't they just use both?
It's kind of like in between. There was in between.
Hardly use it.
Never done both.
Because like there's no vampires to go against. So I mean like
no. But the only times Hamon has ever been mentioned would be like part 3 where it's Joseph, right? And
he's older.
He's old. Joseph's older in that series, but no, there's this part where he can't use a stand, and like I forgot what stand was like inside him,
It's like a.
He's trying to fight
like
a stand that's inside him, and so he has to use Hamon to himself.
Is it like Purple Thorn or something like that?
Purple Thorn is his stand.
Yeah, but the one he was fighting against. Oh, okay.
But the stand that was against him, like his stand was inside him, and the only way he can get him out was using Hamon on himself.
Yeah. Interesting.
And he says it clearly, like I hadn't used it in years, but let's see if it works, and he just does it.
Yeah, you know, aside from just fighting vampires, I'm pretty sure it has like a good ability to do so.
Because Zappelli's like the master of it, quote unquote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The what is it?
The original William A. Zappelli.
Yeah, the ones who will like show around and then like what's
he has such a cool design, like the top hat and the circus freak. Like he was so cool.
Oh yeah, his grandson's even cooler.
Caesar.
Caesar is such a good character.
Yeah. It always makes me sad that Zappelli has to die though.
Yeah, that's just like a thing. That's just their way. They're just meant to be like stepping stone or like a support for JoJo's.
That sucks.
I'm like, dude, do you have a kid before you croaked? I don't know, but yeah, it's good stuff. Anywho, okay, hold on.
Part 9.
Okay, part 9, right? Hold on. Where did I
so many parts.
Okay, part 9, but part 3 in the reboot.
Yeah, because parts 1 through 6 are the original timeline of JoJo, and Araki said, "Okay, parts 7 through 9, we're making a whole new universe."
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Look at what is this?
That's exactly what it is. But essentially, it's the brand new start of a new part. Part 9 takes place in Hawaii. It's called JoJo Lands.
Looks kind of cool. It also does sound like the same part.
We have our new protagonist, Jodio Joestar.
Jodio Joestar. But Mark, what's the first for this series?
Oh, they have a sibling.
Yep. Two Joestars are the star of this. One actually bears the JoJo name, Jodio.
One's adopted? Sorry.
No, the other is Dragona. Dragona Joestar.
Who would appear to be, would you say, a drag queen?
Yeah. She Dragona is trans, yes.
Oh, well, I mean, is that a new thing, or is that?
Well, here's the thing: because they don't refer to him as a girl; they refer to him as a he.
Yeah, they do refer to him as a he, but they don't discriminate. Like they sit there, they call Dragona a he, but they understand that Dragona is a female.
I think they were more just talking about it more like they say, oh, he likes girly fashion and gets the implants. That's what they said. Like I don't know if it was a part of his identity, which is more of a fashion style for him.
It's interesting how they kind of talk about it. Yeah.
Anything, I just kind of I would associate it with like RuPaul.
I think the wild thing is the way they tell you that Dragona is a trans.
Oh yeah, it's super unexpected.
That's super wild. They should not have done that. That's a little too extreme.
If anything, that was very
stopped by the police.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like this is it did feel like, are they doing I think one of you guys said it, where it felt like some weird like for a statement.
So
it was kind of a statement, right? Like where like police brutality and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Hey,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Especially because Hawaii is technically in the USA.
Yeah. But like on the real,
cop gets a little touchy-feely.
No, don't say anymore. Don't say anymore.
To not get us banned off of Twitch, we'll just say that the cop may or may not
made unnecessary advances.
Yeah, but then gets to the part where he finds out that Dragona is a male and says, "Oh, this gets me even more excited." And then
what? No, I thought it really was not going to be like that one worse. Other anime.
It got even crazier.
Not the H anime.
They got even more obscene.
But you know what? To think about it, really, like back to their previous statement, that's just JoJo. It's just outrageous.
Exactly. Like,
it is.
If you want to expect outrageous stuff from a series, don't be surprised when you find something like that from JoJo's.
Yep, it's just outrageous. Like it matches the anime. It matches the manga.
And even past that point,
car and breaks out his stand.
Yep, that's where the stands get introduced.
He starts using the stand on the cop.
Yep.
Whatever he did looks disgusting.
It looked like a rain of punches.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like,
Then they burn the car to burn evidence, and then they dipped out.
We got
It's
to see
great.
Dragona's stand too. Dragona, it appears that she can like kind of Dragona. It just seems like they can rearrange things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also,
yes.
Sorry.
But then
also,
then you find out that JoJo Lands really takes a lot of inspiration from Part 5. They're a gang.
Sense, yeah.
In the sense that they're doing illegal things and they're a gang. Like
Bro, Bill, can we talk about that Samoan woman's fucking huge?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, well, the lady who gives them the job, right?
She's so fucking big.
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
Like, bro, she a whole ass unit.
That's kind of wild, yeah.
Okay, so let me see. Where I stopped at where they were explaining with Dragona. I was like, oh, I see you, because I was looking at the family tree thing. I was like,
yeah, I happened to notice a certain somebody from part 4 on there. I was like, excuse me, they're related
yeah,
now.
matter of fact, I gotta zoom in on this because hold on.
Well, that's interesting to know, right? Because wouldn't it, if they remember that they rebooted everything in Part 7 with Steel Ball Run, so
he's saying now in this continuity they're siblings.
Exactly. It's weird.
Hey, who? Which characters again? Because was it Joseph, Susie Q were still a thing, so they had kids, but then
they had 2 children instead of 1.
Yeah.
Barbara and Joestar, Kira Holly.
And it says that on one of those they gave the other side, the other kid they had gave birth to Yoshikage Kira.
Yep. Which is like, I was like, huh?
I know,
Yoshikage Kira? So who was Yoshikage Kira again? Wasn't that
the killer from part 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Killer Queen, freaking
the one who's always got the one who liked to collect hands.
Yeah, he was a freak.
Oh yeah, big time.
That was crazy. Can't show him Mona Lisa; he'll go nuts.
Can't show him the Mona Lisa.
Whoa.
See, but,
whoa.
Yeah, man. You know what's funny? I don't know what it is about the. Oh, okay. Whatever the scene was with Jodio, whoever this person going to talk to Jodio on the bus, all up in his ear, all up on him. I was like, bruh, calm down.
Oh yeah, that guy, the guy with the
how's it hanging?
Yeah,
looking like he's wearing like the same suit like Tingle from Legend of Zelda. He got the whole like.
Oh my god!
He got the whole like.
No, not the Tingle reference.
The Tingle fit.
A little bit later, we meet our next member of the group, Paco.
Yeah, he's cool.
I think Araki's note in the chapter, it said its favorite character currently to draw is Paco.
Please?
And Paco's stand is make pockets.
Funny. That's a crazy ability.
Paco make pockets.
Paco, as in like we're talking about a dude, right? We're not talking about a dog.
No, not Paco. No.
Okay. Just want to double check because I just can't help but think about that.
Oh my goodness.
Paco's has a strong association with dog for me.
So,
oh my goodness.
Real quick, guys, I have to dip out.
Oh yeah. It is about that. Jesus.
I just wanted to end it with
for a while.
I just wanted to end with I can't wait to see what JoJo Land brings.
There's a theory that we might see Josuke from part 8 be the guy that they spoke about coming to Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, no.
All right.
But I do want to say that I'm excited to see what they do. Because it's been a long time since they made a part in general.
Yeah, because part 8 just ended not too long ago.
Yeah, part 8 finally ended not too long ago because that was on hiatus for so long. But
pretty good stuff. Oh,
I will see what happens. But I do have to tip out. Got to get stuff ready right now.
Gotcha.
So,
get some food.
I gotta get that too. I'm actually pretty hungry, but I'll do that after. Anyways, though, I just wanted to say, great talk with everybody. It's been a long time since we've had 4 people on the podcast. It's been a good while. And not Aniyah, just in the chat.
Oh. I like being in the spirit.
And it never will.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I guess like considering what we're all going to be doing. Hopefully, if I figure out a better schedule, I'm pretty sure I could probably just be a little bit more regular, of course. But I mean, Saturdays and Sundays will probably be the most free days I can kind of work around. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see it being a problem.
Yeah, we gotta manage this time frame.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll work about that. I mean, we'll talk about that a little bit after off stream. But yeah,
sure,
it's all good from here. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta get out of here, guys. So I will do my sign off. Definitely, my name is Philip, and I was here with everybody. Not like Mark, who just drops out every time.
I cannot help that when shit pops up.
You see how I feel, Mark?
I'm giving you total shit right now, but I'm gonna continue playing Game Boy games. I'm gonna continue playing my Game Boy games. I gotta go take my doggy to the vet, but I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Phil.
I love you.
I love you. Oh. He didn't say it back. Also, I need to turn this off. Oop.
Oh boy.
Oh. I didn't anticipate this. Now there's three. There's two of me now. And I don't. Wait. Okay. We're good.
I mean, I'll probably have to dip soon too because I got to get dinner with Judy because my mom and dad are out and she's not making dinner, so I'm like, well.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, Saturday, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
However, I will say, if anything, trying to think if there's any news. I mean, we got some information. The next Dragon Ball Super chapter coming out. It looks like this will be the last chapter covering the Goten and Trunks thing, and we might get to go to Gohan and Piccolo's thing next. It's like they're kind of considering it like the movie arc, technically a movie version of superhero, possibly.
Oh, I see.
Or like a manga version of the.
Yeah, like the breakdown of it.
Which could be nice to see.
It's like they did the movie breakdown, well, like the episodic breakdown of the movie for Battle of the Gods.
Yep. So we'll see what's going on there. We got some details, and it sounds. I do like that. I do love that Goten actually rides on the Nimbus to school playing video games.
That sounds great. He has a Switch. He can do everything.
He does. The kids are like, "Why don't we ever see you around the neighborhood?" He's like, "Oh, I'm kind of. I usually just stay inside. I don't really go outside a lot." That's his excuse because he's got to fly about an hour on the Nimbus to get to the bus stop.
An hour on the Nimbus? Holy!
Because he lives out on Mount Paizu.
I guess Nimbuses don't really have like crazy speeds. I guess.
And that's the same thing that happened with Gohan. Like the people asked where he lived, and they were like, "How is that like a 3-day or some type of trip?"
It's
like an hour with a Nimbus. So yeah, that's pretty good stuff.
How fast does Nimbus go?
Oh man, what, like 200 and some miles, don't it?
Maybe.
Wow.
Faster.
I forget. There's probably a registered speed, but I forget what it is.
Yeah, I binged the Dragon Ball manga a while ago, so I forgot. I don't know if I feel like they mentioned it. But yeah, man.
Crazy.
Good stuff over here. But you know what?
What was that?
I'm probably gonna thought about it. I thought I was gonna stream, but I think I'll probably just record in general.
Oh, okay.
Try more recording. Yeah, man.
You know.
Because I know that.
Sorry to do something, but yet they're ending this chapter. They look at the chapter ends with them getting ambushed by yet another android. Has been the last couple chapters, as we've seen with Dr. Heto's shenanigans. But I'm very, very curious to see where it all goes because I've read the leaks, but I really want to see the actual chapter itself because I always love seeing the latest chapter of Dragon Ball.
Got you.
And on top of that, there's always new Shonen Jump manga they're reading right now. Like Jiangxi X is the latest thing in Jump.
Matter of fact, I forgot. I'll probably try reading more of Super. I've never started Super, so I probably could just start from
okay.
Nice. There's also there's like a good amount of stuff going on in Jump right now. They're trying to find their next lightning in a bottle because they know a lot of the series are on their way out.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah, they definitely are.
Also,
yeah.
I was gonna say, Viz is releasing a lot of like their series on YouTube. Some of them are like the full complete season. Some of them are just like a couple other seasons. So
it's like wasn't like it was Sailor Moon, Inuyasha, and something else.
There's Naruto as well. Yeah. For free? Sorry.
For free?
Yeah. was like complete ones that they did. It was 3 that were complete, and everything else was like a particular season set or something like that. Something interesting. I remember I looked it up a second after Steffi brought it up, but I forgot the other one that was complete. But yeah,
nice.
And only other thing I would be able to think of is NF announcing his new album and his new song, which is fantastic.
Okay.
And a lot of psychologists and people involved with all that kind of stuff have been reacting to it, and they say that honestly they love it.
Oh, you love to see it.
It's very. I mean, honestly, I think it's a very great song. Very good concept. A lot of references to his music, but also just very good as an insight to bettering oneself and everything.
That's what you want to see in people. You can ask.
But yeah. But yeah. Also, I'm gonna be tapping in on some other stuff because I'm trying not to rush it, but there's some stuff I want to finish up and show you guys. If I do it at a good pace, I might be able to show y'all tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get to it. Aren't you streaming later today, Justin?
I am. Well, planned. This is like it's just part of the schedule if nothing comes up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
I did want to say something. It's back into the gaming section. I do know there's games that I like look forward to, which is kind of becoming more like Pokemon and like Monster Hunter stuff. I know Wild Hearts is out, and I do want to play it. I don't have time for that. Or
just do the 10-hour trial.
There's a 10-hour trial, bruh. That's crazy. But there's also the Sunbreak content, which I'm like, I would love to jump into that too, but it's like, oh my god, I need to finish all the other things first.
Too many games, guys. Too many games.
Too many.
Choose.
Yeah, pick your poison.
Yo, do you really like it? And stuff like that. But yeah, man, it'll be all good.
Yeah.
Just updated this phone.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and call it if we have nothing else. Alrighty.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll call it here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for this episode of DangIT Prodcast. It's been a chunky one. This is 447. My name is Justin.
Aniyah. Stone's throw part.
Phil already signed off, and thanks for watching, everybody. #bye, everybody.